Greetings, Earth people. Welcome to another edition of Mad Apple Billiards Presents King of the Hill Challenge Series. Another week. This is MH Podding Penglace in the commentary box with Kendall, Quickfire Cook, builder of the Mad Apple.
Where'd Cap go now?
And we've given the player, singular, thumbs up.
Yeah, doesn't do us any good.
If I give 2 thumbs up, do you think that will make... No, that's not enough, is it?
I don't think the thumbs work. I think we got to use a different finger.
Captain America's entered the building.
No, he's giving me the second.
You gave him the thumb up and he gave you the finger up. What's that mean? Someone, yeah.
All right, guys, get out there and share the stream, please. We're looking forward to this one. Yep, good to go. Now he asked me if they're good to go, and they are.
And they sure are. So, current champion, Gray, on his second in a row.
Squeaked it out last week with some horrendous playing by both players.
Really?
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
Thanks for the light.
I figured it would take a lot to knock Frog off. Frog was king for many weeks in a row and playing phenomenally well. Gray, of course, and Cap have been here before. And they've both been champions and they've both had winning streaks.
Nope.
No?
Nope.
Which one?
Cap has had, Gray's had some winning streaks, right? Cap has tried 4 times and he's lost all 4.
Really?
Yeah, which is surprising. And I told him it was pretty unfortunate because he plays a lot better than that.
Yeah.
And he just, for one reason or another, hasn't pulled one out yet. So
all I remember about him is he plays really well.
He does.
So he must have had a tough challenger.
Harold Micheloni, thank you very much. Or Micheloni, sorry. I figured that one out last week. I asked him for sure, so appreciate that.
Sean says, yeah, okay. Let's go, Cap. Captain America fans out there.
See, Sean, quick to point out, Cap never won. Must be one of his friends.
Yep.
Patrick Glynn. What's going on, Pat? All right, here we go. First break. What game are we playing? Race to 15, so it must be...
8 ball.
8 ball it is.
Ball in hand. BCA rules.
So Cap was warming up 10 ball the entire time. I believe he says his favorite game is 8 ball.
Oh, that was a misdirection because he gets to choose.
Right? Yeah, he does, yep.
So he's warming up 10 ball just so that Gray doesn't know. Or maybe that's just his way. You know, actually, when you want to warm up, 8 ball can be, you get bogged down by shot choice, don't you? And if you want to warm up and just hit some balls, maybe you are better off playing rotation. 8 ball doesn't always flow the way the rotation does.
Let's take a look at the overhead here. Take a second and kind of take a look at what Gray's all looking at here. The 11 and the 4, I think they both go. 7 ball's a little bit of an issue if you're solids. I like stripes here, personally.
Yeah, the 11 definitely goes. I don't know about the 4.
I think it sneaks by there. I'm not positive, but it sure looks like if you...
And then the 5 ball is a bit sort of in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, that again, right, might go past the 13 over here in the other corner if you move those other 2, but definitely goes in the one side.
He's going to take the 13 right away, and if he lands on that 11, which is what he looks like he's going to try and do.
Yeah, a little long, but he's still got it.
See if he still likes it from that angle.
Speaking of likes, thank you, Mr. Foles.
That's a good little segue there. Good, nice one.
Sometimes they work. Let's see. Has anyone been watching the European Open? I see.
I have.
Now they are single elimination and 9 ball is racked on the spot. I have not been paying attention. I've been busy, unfortunately, working my real job.
Yeah, and what I noticed, because it's on YouTube, but until tomorrow, doesn't look like... Well, they did have a couple of matches with commentary, but a lot of it is the...
Larry Dassow, thanks for the like.
Stream camera, and it's actually really difficult to watch with no commentary. Crazy.
All of it is. I mean, when we run stuff with no commentary, nowhere near the same retention. People get bored. They run away. Even if we're horrible like we are.
Yeah, but I'm not saying we're good.
Right, but, I mean, just better than dead air.
Yeah, as long as we try not to...
a little better than dead air, and everybody's happy.
Ephemeral subjects that aren't related to pool. Try not to.
Ruth Geyer, go Cap. Who's all rooting on who? That's a good idea, Ruth. Why don't we chime in and see who's looking for who to take this match down? they're pretty evenly matched. I mean, that Fargo difference isn't enough to. It could be the difference between one or two tournaments.
Sure. I did watch, talking about the European Open, I did watch Joshua Filler against Pia Filler, matched against his wife.
Oh, nice.
And he played solid and strong and beat her. Good job, Josh.
Yeah.
And then Chris Melling.
Did she give him a run? I mean, I would imagine practicing with him makes it a little bit easier probably to play him in competition.
You would think it would be difficult for him to play normal. I mean, he's got to try and win, right? He can't just give it up. And he did. He didn't. The scoreline was in favor, but she played well. And then she got knocked out by Chris Melling.
Nice. I see Taylor there. I asked who's rooting for who, so we have Taylor Siech over there. And last week, of course, 2 weeks ago, she was rooting for me, she said.
Oh.
But this week she's switched back over to Gray, so I don't blame her.
You were playing against who?
Gray.
She was, I'm assuming.
Yeah, she was my fan that week, for
wow.
sure. Yep. She wanted her hubby to lose.
Huh. She's sick of driving to Appleton every
right,
weekend.
That's what I was thinking. Andrew Bundy, thank you, sir. All right, back to pool. Let's take a look at what he's doing here. He's kind of got a mess now, doesn't he?
Well, that's not that bad, is it?
C-cap for the first time after that shot.
You know, in some ways, it's best to hang that ball rather than make it, because if you'd made it, you're going to have to do something with the 11 and sell out.
I think he's got to go all the way up here to the 2-ball off the rail first. If he can see through there, but I think that's kind of the shot. He might be able to see the direct line. I'm not sure.
Or is there some smarter thing to do? What's the plan here? Is he going to run out? How's he going to do that? Definitely there are ways to do it. There's ways to run into those balls and nudge in and get on the 6. And
yeah, I don't think it's that horrible, but he looks like he's going to go pretty aggressive right here.
Oh, here you go. Inside English. He can hit these balls right away and open it all up.
Yeah, it's a pretty aggressive shot, and he made it.
Well, it's right there, so I think that's a great shot. Best shot. The safest shot you could play is run out and don't let him shoot. Even safer than a safety. So he's got to find a way to stay underneath these balls.
Right.
He's also got to find a way to make a ball. He's got the 1 ball. Or the 2 ball.
Take a real quick look at this shot again.
Yeah, and this completely turns this table around, and the 8 ball's still in a difficult spot. But this is a nice, aggressive shot.
Right, so he did go down to the 2-ball.
Okay, here's your multiple choice question, Kendall. What's your last ball before the 8, and what are you going to do with the 8?
5-ball, 8 in the corner, opposite. So I'm going to get on the 5 for the bottom right corner.
Okay.
And draw back up for the 8 in the upper left corner. Those are hopefully the last 2 balls. So you're going, I mean, he's kind of funny here on the 1. Otherwise, it's 1 to the 4 to the 7, you know, and then slide over for me anyways. So he could roll up here on the 1, 4 up in this high corner. Oh, he's going for the 4 here.
Yeah, if you
slide
had
over.
Right. I see what you're saying. If the 5 ball was the last ball on the table and you had ball in hand on it, yeah, you could just play a nice little get on the 8, draw back.
Well, it's natural from about where he is. If he went to draw on that, he would have just slid over, right? He drew it. That's why he ended up 2 straight. If he would have not drawn that and just slid straighter over, but he would have had a nice shot to slide up for the 5 up in the corner.
And you're saying if the 1 was gone.
Right.
Leaving the 1 there, of course, he can't do that now. He's just going to plow into these, isn't he?
Oh, everybody's talking to us, and we're ignoring them here. So we got, I'm rooting for the Hills. Go Gray. Yeah, I like the Hill too. I think as long as they're both playing good pool and they don't torture us. I play a lot of pool with Gray's dad, Mark. Plays really good and makes solid playing cues.
And that shot that Cat just
I'm
played.
going to have to check it out. I haven't checked out Gray's cue yet, but I've heard a lot about him.
I was just talking to him today about his dad. Yep. He came in and I was talking to him about ash cues. And he said, because I thought I was the only person who had made an ash shaft for an American cue, and he said his dad.
A fine piece of ash you have.
Thank you. He said that his dad. That's a good one. One of my favorites. His dad.
It's your joke.
his dad made an ash shaft. His dad made, yeah. So I had a good old chit chat with Gray about his dad, cue maker. Cap made a really, really nice aggressive shot before.
Yeah, oh boy,
He's giving himself a chance.
Horrifying. End up just that short. I thought he should have hit that lighter. He's going to end up having to either bank this ball or like super cut it.
Yep.
All right, what else we got? Should be a great match. Rooting for our homeboy Cap. Oh, yeah. What's going on, Shelly Drake?
I was just
Rodney
trying to...
Cohen. It's been racked on the spot. Single elimination and longer race than go pay-per-view. You'll have to pay to watch.
I was just trying to lip read Cap there. He was saying something. I couldn't make out the whole word. I think it was an F. I'm not sure about...
Probably dummy.
Yeah.
I've been around him enough.
Because he definitely created, from a tough, awkward rack, created himself a chance there.
Yeah, Rodney, you know us. We're completely against paying for our sport. I think there's enough opportunities for... If it's done right, I think there's enough opportunities for us to get some good matches out there, and there's no reason people should have to go to pay to do it. We'll keep working.
Free stream. Free the stream.
That's it. What else we got? Drunk Dude at Skiffetti. Nice. That must be one of Gray's friends. They create all these crazy profiles. I'm buying a round of shots for all you guys every time Greg sinks those putts. Nice.
Watch this shot.
Oh, not quite. All right, well, this has been a elongated first game.
Yep.
Beyond a doubt. I think you're going to see it wrap up here, though. Just depends on how he comes off this. I think you just stop this, right?
Yeah, make
Set
sure you
to
get
the
position
11.
on the 11 so you don't have to worry about the pink.
Well, that's
12.
rough a little bit.
Yeah, he does have a safety if he wants.
Yeah, I think that's probably your best shot here.
And actually, you could bank this ball and play safe.
Yeah, two-way.
And then if
Tyler
it goes,
Moser, thanks for the like.
you may. Of course, if it goes, then you have a tough shot on the 11 in the side. But he's just kind of cut it in. Why not? If you like this cut, no reason not to do that.
Tim Clark, thank you for the share. That stuff's really important, guys. We appreciate that every time you get there and do it. I know it's a little bit of a pain if you're not familiar, but it's really not that tough. So stick with it. We really appreciate it, and it helps us out and lets us keep this stuff free, okay? James McCauley. Also, if you wanted to do a super chat, that's where you can donate cash. We give that to our juniors and supportive programs that support them, including we're going to buy them some cues here pretty quick. So that if we got juniors that are coming in that want to take the game serious, can't afford a cue right away, we're going to have loaners here for them to use.
Awesome.
All right, puts it down.
Both players have shown us that they're going to err on the side of aggression and go for it.
Larry Dassow, always good for a share. Thank you, sir. Let's see. I say Gray is going for Gabriel. I don't know. I better not read some of this stuff. We have no idea what some of it means.
You don't have to read every line on the chat.
That's like all of the old like call up prank jokes where you ask for somebody.
Oh, well, let me read it.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, it might be. I'm just saying I'm not smart enough to figure it out quick enough. I'd be the one shouting it out.
Mike who? Who are you? What was that?
Yeah, right. Mike who? Tom Joss, thank you for the like. That's probably the game. It's probably like a drinking game where every time they get me to read one of their quotes, they take a shot.
Oh, right.
Right.
That's a good game.
So, see, just my imagination just made you guys absolutely... I just wrecked your game because I'm not doing it.
That's a good... Well, you will keep reading them and you'll forget about it. Now they ain't going to hurt. That's a good drinking game.
Well, but we of course don't encourage such things.
At the bar here.
Right. Well, we don't.
Right. So a nice long first rack we had, and now we've got a good blast on this table. Balls are nicely open. Solids look just a little bit better. Gotta find a solid.
Mark Bell, how's it going, buddy? Thanks for the share.
There's 6 in the side. It's a thin angle. No problem for Gray.
Must be playing on the 4 here, huh? I don't really see another shot. The 7's too far, so I can't play that. So he's playing the 4.
And
up to the 3, possibly.
Well, I was going to say that, but he just placed his cue for the 2 ball, so it looks like he's going to run off the rail. Ooh.
That's a pretty good bump there. He ended up nice on the 2, really.
Still on the 2, yeah.
So 2 ball, honestly, he should be able to come 2 rails. If he can hold that second rail past that 12, or the 12-9. What is that in the side there?
Yeah, pink 11. 12, yeah, pink 12.
Yeah, so
9.
Cut the 2 in and 2 rail back up to the 1. And then you can come back out for the 7 after that,
Yep, looks good after that.
It's the right angle because you want to get to the 15 ball side for the 1 ball. So it's just a matter of whether or not he can come short enough off that second rail to not run into the 1.
Right, and you don't want to run into the 11 and 9, which means you've got to go long enough to miss that. It'll end up being quite straight on the 1, I think.
Rich Stadler doing all that unbelievable work on that cue. Have you seen any of that? That titanium cue he's building? All right, Gray just missed that ball. Crazy.
It's going to be quite heavy, isn't it?
No, it's not. He said he's going to be able to keep it under 25 ounces, which is amazing.
Well, it might be amazing, but it's still a massively heavy cue at 25 ounces.
Oh, no. Not if it's balanced right. I mean, mine's got to be close with the extension in the middle.
Yeah, it's true. These longer cues are heavier.
Yeah. Oh, see, very tricky. Terry, the answer is no.
What was the question?
To be totally honest, there wasn't a question. I don't know what he's talking about. Tom Joss, yeah, I agree. I mean, it is such a beautiful thing, really.
Yeah, so what? He's going to turn that on his CNC lathe?
He already has. He's building it.
Oh, wow.
Pay attention.
I'd like to see it.
Well, you want me to pull it up? Here, I will. Oh, maybe I could share it, and then I could actually share it on the stream. Yeah, I'm telling you guys, it's sick. Hey, try and be entertaining while I look at this stuff.
Well, I'm not going to do that, but I'll just say that I do think, on second glance, that 9 ball goes nicely. So what I thought was a problem for stripes on my very first glance of the rack turns out not. 10 ball's now the problem, but he's got ways that he can get down there after this 9. Oh, wow. Clipped the other ball unintentionally, and it still went in. He got a long stop shot on the pink 12, which could leave him a nice long shot on the 11 with an angle to get over for the 10. Or what he's going to do is just snick this 13 in the side pocket.
That's good break. Look at that.
That worked out beautifully.
Yeah.
Now he definitely has a chance.
Well, yeah, because this is perfect here.
Yeah.
I mean, 11 in the side holds you right there.
Yep. Solved his problem with the 10.
Really can get on either ball from either ball. So I think you just focus on making the 11 here, roll a little bit. All right, I'm going to download these and share them so that I can show you guys this amazing cue. It really is.
So he's going to judge his speed on this shot. Oh, yeah, that was a smart way to do it. I'm thinking draw shot, and then you've got windows to hit, but the way he hit it was better. Took all those hiding spots out of the way. He's left himself a nice straight shot on the 8 ball. Slight elevation on his cue. No problem. Straight in the hole. So that is a nice statement there from Mr. Kasprzycki.
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 There you go. I know it's the British and you can't quite get that out.
Well, we don't have names like that over there, but...
Todd Johnson says, get him, Cap. Even numbered. Yep, even numbered balls for sure. All right, so now I just got to go here. Let's see. There we go. Yeah, I'm excited to show these pictures to you guys. I think really amazing.
You don't see many people breaking from that spot, going straight at the head ball in 8 ball. Not sure why. Made a ball. Blasted him open. Put stripes over the pockets. And the real question, of course, solids. The real question is those balls in the middle of the table. And it definitely looks like Stripes has more opportunities to bump those balls out than Solids does. And if he rolls his 15
Steve
in and
Jones makes for the lake.
Leaves himself shots in the side pocket. He can now, yeah, he's got the pink 12 side pocket. Pop these open. One would think gently. A little gentle tap breakout shot. Now, he kind of hit that 14 straight, plucked it out, left the 11 there. The 11 does go in the side pocket, and it goes in the corner pocket past the 8. So it's not a terrible result there. He's not really very good on the 10 ball, although we could probably go rail first and make it. Of course, the 13 was there too, so yeah. Rail first and barely touches that 10 and just enough to get it in. Just come around the angles and he does have a shot on this 11. Doesn't really like his angle on the 11. And only if he thinks he can get a better shot on it. He's going to shoot the 9 there instead. And that's a really nice draw shot. He's decided that he wants to go down for the 14 to help him get on the 11. Oh, he is on the 11. Well, this is just an absolutely lovely out that he's been picking off these balls.
Yeah, getting to the 8, that's kind of the issue.
Yeah, and because the 13's hanging, you could bump balls here and
well, yeah, you almost want to bump the 4, right?
Yeah, bump the 4 or even bump the 8.
Yeah, just not straight on.
And just hope that you don't end up behind the 2, yeah.
Yeah. Or, right, or the 4 itself, actually, if you come off too straight. So you're trying to actually
Right.
maybe clip the edge, but the
Clip
other
it.
problem with that is then you're
Push it
kinda
towards the 8.
towards the 8. Right? So maybe you kick the 8 out. I like that better.
Yeah.
even.
And that seems to be a natural stun.
Well, that's perfect. Unless that 8 gets in trouble. Nope. Oh, look at that.
And the 4 ball's in the way.
4 got in the way.
Still got a little bendy masse shot rail first, which is not super tough, except for the positional side of it. And in fact, that just might still work. So you can masse around the edge of the 4, hit the rail, clip the 13 in, and that cue ball may drift across.
I don't know. That looks pretty tight for me.
And the 3 ball's kind of a little bit in the way too. But look where he's pointing his cue here. So now that
you
cue,
think it's a masse though, right?
it has to
You
be
get it,
because
yeah.
that where he's lining his cue, if that went straight, it would miss the 13. Oh, he's not. He's not digging down on it. He's got a flat cue.
Well, so maybe he's got more than we thought.
Wow.
Oh, look at he came through there too. He got to the 8. Well, I think you're going to see short work of this
Yeah.
rack. The 4 ball might be the issue, but that goes right in the side as soon as you come back
So
down.
in hindsight, maybe just a little bit more angle on his cue.
Start with the 2.
Start with the 2 and draw to the side rail.
Yeah, I think 2 to the 6 to the 5 to the 4 to the 3 to the 8. Something like that.
Yeah, that looks good, doesn't it? That's what you said, isn't it?
Yeah, you probably don't want to be watching the stream while you're driving. Connie Wassinger, thank you for the like. In fact, we strongly recommend you only listen if you're driving.
That's right. We'll describe the shots. You don't need to see them. Maybe
Well, that's interesting. He came down here for the 3. Came out good.
Yeah, that's not bad at all. Get the 3 out of there, and you're sitting pretty good.
I don't like the pattern to the 5. I mean, that's the only part that I have a problem with right here. I think, you almost want to play to the 5 now up into the corner. You know what I mean?
Those
It's just kinda
angles,
funny
right? I remember Barry Chapman saying, never play shots in the side pocket because you get your speed wrong, and then you mess everything up. And it is awkward, isn't it? You do have to get the speed and the position just right on these for it not to be awkward. That, to me, looks nice because he can stun over and play the 5 in the corner instead. And what I mean is shoot the 4 right now and stun over for the 5.
Oh, I'll read that out loud. Earl Palmer says Cap is a great guy. He respects the older players and loves the pearl. I agree. Cap is a great guy. I really razz him a lot. He's a lot of fun to play around with, but
That's actually really good. He's gone onto the right side of this where he can just roll it in because the 8 ball has to go on the other side.
Sean Leslie, thank you for the like. Oh boy, used it all. What do you always call that? Wiping its feet?
Wiped his feet before it went in.
It sure did. But makes it count either way. All right, here we go. The grand reveal. Rich Stadler's cue that he's been working on. Coming to you right here.
Oh, wow.
I mean, that is amazing right there. You can see those kind of darker round spots. Those are actual pressed-in ball bearings.
Oh, wow.
In the titanium. It's crazy. I mean, I just am so impressed. I'm so excited to see what that thing looks like when it's done. He said that material in the middle, that red, is anywhere from like $2,000 to $1 million.
What is it?
It's this piece alone is $1,000 piece, I think he said. Just the material.
Any idea what it is?
No, I don't remember, but he's watching, so he can tell us.
Yeah. Wow. Beautiful.
Sean Leslie says, good luck to both players. Mike Gaines, thanks for the like. Mike is our current jester for the 8,000th week in a row.
Yep.
There's at 8,423.
So I think is it 13 or 14, Mike?
Let's see. Oh, carbon quartz is what that is. Or carbo quartz, Mike Gaines says. Taylor rooting her hubby on there. So he told me the story that she was going to come and they were going to bring their 2-year-old but that he's kind of a
noisy brat.
Well, I wasn't going to say
That's what I
it that
was
way.
guessing.
No, but he likes pool balls, so he likes to just pick them up and throw them randomly. So
Sure.
they didn't figure bringing them here would give
okay.
him. They didn't want to give him ammunition, so she stayed home and let Gray show up here by himself. We'll take good care of him. Mike Gaines says 11 weeks he's been an adjuster. You know what that tells me?
12 coming up.
Right.
And that'll be on Sunday.
Yep, Sunday we do our
As always, we're going to start with the Queens.
11 a.m.
We've got Veronica, champion.
She is, yep.
8 weeks.
I could probably, I was going to get the flyer done and actually post it tonight, like that was my plan.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't happen.
Don't know off the top of your head who the challengers are, do you?
I could look.
I'm curious to know who's playing the Knights match, because that's
you're our current knight.
That's who I'm
2
gonna have
weeks
to play.
running. What's Gray looking at here? This is, but that 11-3 is definitely going to be the trouble spot for either set. And he's got solids, it looks like. So he's looking to slide over and get enough out of the way that he can play the 3.
Yeah, he's going to punch those two in, stun run through into the 11. Pop those balls out of there. He's hitting it really low. It looks like he's hitting it too low. Wrong. It wasn't too low. That worked out.
No. So I should probably clarify what I said about Mike. So Mike actually asked me if he should move up. So I want to clarify that Mike feels that he's ready to move up, but my answer was no. Why would you move up?
You want to run
Unless he's trying to slump his Fargo rate and just trying not to get over the 500, it takes care of itself with the King's Court.
And what is his Fargo rate?
He's right there. He's like 495, I think.
Yeah.
Or a little more. Mike Gaines, I'm playing against myself this week. That's right. Every week, Mike. Psychologist. Philosopher. I don't know what that is. Well-executed run is what this is. He's got an open shot here.
Confucius says, every week you play against yourself.
Nick Like Senior, thank you for the like.
A like from Mr. Like. Hello to Mr. Like out in
That'll just
Portonville.
never get old.
Yeah.
Well, maybe it will. He's trying to get delicate here. He's got to roll up. He doesn't want to. That's perfect. He's got just the right angle, I think, to come around the 11 here and set for this. Oh, he's going to stop it for the corner.
Yeah.
Oh, no way. I'd roll forward. I like side pocket here.
A little stun, and you end up straight on the 8 in the long pocket. Yeah, and he doesn't want to really do that. He would have to dig.
At minimum,
dig
you
down.
dig in and you bump the 11. And I think that's what he's looking at right now. If you don't go around it, you're at least trying to come off that rail and just bump it, because then it gives you the option of side or corner.
I feel like just a gentle little stun shot, just straight in the direction of the 8 ball.
I want an angle on that 8, I think, a little bit. See, I like that.
Yeah,
better.
that's what you just said.
Yeah. I like that better,
Isn't that
because
what
now he's got a choice. Now he can either roll up and roll the 8 in the side gently, or he can fire it a little bit down past the 9 in the corner.
And I would say you have to play the corner.
See, and I almost like rolling the side here. So I think it goes by player. So
Yeah, right. That's what makes this game so interesting.
that's a good shot. Dead center pocket, bringing this match to even, 2-2, race to 15. You're watching the King of the Hill match here at the Mad Apple Burger and Billiard Company. I'm Kendall Quickfire Cook, and I'm in the booth with M.H. Potting Penglaze. We've known each other for about 27 years now, I think.
Something like that.
We're both old is what that means.
Uh-huh.
And MH is our pro shop manager here at the Mad Apple, and takes care of all kinds of things from new pool table sales to cue repairs to you name it. Anything to do with game rooms, right?
That's
Moves,
right.
installs,
You
shuffleboards.
We're doing a lot of pool table jobs.
Yep.
Moving, recovering. buying, selling.
But we want to thank you guys for joining us here at the Mad Apple and at Mad Apple Xstream. We appreciate all the likes, follows, and shares. That's how we keep going here. We got some big stuff coming up. We got Rodney Morris coming up the 24th through the 28th. Looking forward to that.
And lessons with Rodney. Are there any left? I know they were filling up quickly.
No, actually, the lessons are not. There's nothing left for the lessons, but we do have his meet and greet on Saturday. So we're looking forward to that. We actually filled one too many spots. So, and guess who it was?
Who?
Jason Roselle. I almost messed him up. He's not very happy. But we got it straightened out. I talked to Rodney, and he was gracious enough to do 4 lessons that day. We're just going to switch this up, take a look. He's going to try and break this 10 ball up top right now.
Nicely done.
Yeah, and he did.
And the 8 ball.
And he got the 8 out of there, and he ended up with an angle there, too. So pretty darn good.
All of a sudden, this rack looks runnable.
Yeah, that was a pretty crucial shot. He came around really nice through that, too. So Super Chat, Terry Fultz, thank you very much. $2 is like gold, and that goes to our juniors program, so thank you for that. Cap has an awesome wife. He would have to, Earl. She has to be a saint. Well, actually, I mean, of course he does. Why wouldn't he? All right. Gray going to go ahead and cut this ball. Fires it in.
Yeah, and the key to this really isn't, you've got that.
Boy, that's about as bad of a roll as you could have got off of that shot. Speed off just by that much.
Yeah, you can still make it, but the cue ball's going to be flying.
Yeah, it's closer than I thought. This is a better angle to see it from, so that one really wasn't as bad as I thought.
And he might just be on the 9. You'd like to be straight on the 9, and then that gets you on the 13.
Yeah, see, this is a better shot. I think he's going to shoot whatever the stripe is up in the corner there and kind of set that outside angle so you can just drift out a little.
Right, so that 15, yeah. But you almost would take the 14 and draw back and get that same shot on the 15 just to get the 14 out of there. Because that little pattern that you're looking at, the 15 and the 9 and then the 13, be nice if those are the last balls on the table. So he is looking at the 14 in the side, trying to decide if he can use that to get straight on the 15. The answer is no.
Oh, I forgot to go and share the stream tonight. What's going on?
And look at that. He chose to draw back for the 14. He's overdrawn it, got himself out of position here. Looks like he's got too much angle, but maybe he can cheat it and hit this ball fairly straight and stay for the 9. Yeah, that's got further than he likes. But he knew that, so that 13 must go past the 8. A little shake of his head. Micro expression.
Well, yeah, I mean, the problem is getting on the other ball there. I mean, sorry, guys. Kind of looking down here. I got bad angle for you to look at. I mean, his problem is getting on the 9.
Yeah.
Really, I mean...
Yeah, that's what he's looking at. He wants to hit this so soft that he can clip a little edge of the 9 gently.
You almost look at playing the 13 off the 3 to try and get a better angle, you know. Looks like that. Well, no, he's aiming to the pocket.
But his spidey sense is telling him
just go forward.
It's one of these ones where it's wishful thinking, isn't it? You don't hit the 9 thick enough or at all.
Well, that's good. Maybe that's what he was playing.
Maybe that is what he was
looks
playing.
Pretty good there. Yeah. Can't take it away from him. I would say that was a legitimate effort.
That's what I always say. If you get out, no one can say you did it the wrong way. He's got to choose whether he can draw this and shoot the 8 ball in the same pocket or roll it in and bump the 8. And where he's pointed his cue there just shows you he is looking at just bumping the 8. The way that this shot can go wrong is the 5 ball gets in between the 8 and the cue ball. So he's just going to roll this 9 ball in gently. Doesn't like it though. He's gone up. He just doesn't like that.
Well, again, it's the next shot. You know, I mean, you're rolling up to miss the 8 or bump the 8
Bump the 8, yeah. And now he's digging down, so it looks like he's trying to miss the 8.
Yeah, he's going to just try and draw over. He did well to get away from the 8 ball there, you know. So now he's got a shot probably to the side pocket. Maybe to the... it looks like he's back cutting it to the other corner. No, he is going side.
Yeah. This is a tricky shot here. Those points of the side pocket at this angle stick out a long way.
Nice.
Severe weather alert.
Ron Sosnowski, thank you for the like. All right, so did he change his mind? Is he going to the corner? Is he... No, he's staying with the side pocket. Yeah. Oh, just overcut it a little bit. Well, quite a bit, actually. Half a diamond.
So everybody's looking at their phone. I guess they all got the severe weather alert, but I only glanced down enough. I thought it said snow. Is that right? I can't get it back now.
What a beautiful day for pool.
Yeah.
David Wissink, how are you, buddy? Nice to see you. You remember Dave, don't you?
Dave
Wissink.
Dave Wissink.
Used to come and play at the Magnet all the time.
Yeah.
I know you know who he is. Drinking Dave, they called him.
Oh, Drinking Dave.
I don't think he's Drinking Dave anymore, though. I think it's the same Dave Wissink. I'm not sure, but... Looks like Cap has got this well under control. I think got quite a few options to run out. Let's see the way that Cap's going to take care of it. And then I think it's obvious from there. I think 5-1-6-8 is coming up.
Yeah, he's looking good for there. From there. Evenly matched match, if the Fargo rate means anything. Guys are...
yeah, they really are. I was thinking this was going to be a close match, honestly, between these two.
Yeah.
I know how strong Cap can play. The sober guy at Scafidi said, Gray, you got this? With 4 individual texts. Yeah.
4-word message on 4 lines.
Chad Gaz, thanks for the like. Chad's got to get back in here and challenge. I think he was playing Mike today. He ran 6 or 7 racks straight.
Oh, yeah?
Mike just sat there and kept the chair warm.
Oh.
And then told me he didn't want to talk about it later. Oh, yeah. Follower, Chad Gaz. Thank you, sir. Well, I want to thank everybody, actually, for joining us tonight. We really appreciate it. You guys are obviously doing a great job sharing and liking and all that kind of stuff because we got quite a few viewers going, but should be more. This is going to be an incredible match all night long.
Can someone tell us what the weather's doing out there? We're stuck in this little commentary box, and it's got another severe weather alert. It says stay indoors.
Yeah, I know. We got a brick wall behind us. We're about in the safest spot you're going to be. You're good.
Incoming missiles from Russia.
Yeah, right. Lyle Gable, thanks for the like. I'm not going to say it.
What aren't you going to say?
You know. All right, let's take a look at this rack. From the top. 10 ball. There was no problem.
That person who just liked Grim. Same first name and last name.
Oh, that's a lie. Oh, I'm sorry. It's the internet. It's not a lie. It's a alternate reality.
He identifies as.
Yam. I don't know that one either.
Or Bayad. Huh.
Earl Palmer. No, that's a. What is it? The Palmer drink. Half tea, half lemonade. It's not Earl.
Half beer and half lemonade.
Sean Hanna. No, not beer.
Yep, would be a shandy.
Nope. Tea and lemonade.
Yeah, I don't know.
Now he's got me messed up because I'm thinking Earl Palmer and it's not.
So Cap's trying to have a good old think here. Solids or stripes is the question.
Well, I like stripes here all day. I'm surprised he's looking this long.
He's got the 14 and that gives him the 15 in the side. Or the 13. And you need to use the 15 to get on the 10.
Sandy Seller, thank you for the like.
Problem with stripes, of course, is the 8 ball. How about rolling the 11 in and just taking a little kiss on the 8 ball?
I don't like moving anything. You don't really have to move anything here. He's kind of, I mean, he got out of line, so he's going to have to work harder now. Arnold Palmer, thank you, Tom.
Arnold Palmer, golfer.
That's it. That's not golfer.
Golfer.
Oh, golfer, yes.
Arnold Palmer.
Gopher. That darn accent of yours sounds like you said gopher.
I just have a speech impediment.
Paul Hemminghouse, how are you, buddy?
What's up, Paul?
Thank you for the like. Hey, look at that. Lucky's here late.
Yep.
Must be here eating.
Yep, with his family.
Oh, nice. Sandy, thanks for the share.
There you go. Use the 11 and kiss the 8.
Yeah.
When I tell you.
What an ugly shot. No, it turned out
Beautiful,
really
beautiful.
good.
A joy to watch.
He hit it well.
Roll the 10 ball in the side pocket and he's good to go.
You going to try that one, Steve? Reemsma.
Whoa. That's the weather has got inside.
I did that to cover up my pronunciation.
Yeah.
People are getting used to that. I drop my phone every week. It makes the same sound. Dave Hogan, thank you for the like. Side pocket shot here. He's going to try and draw short back for the 9. Well, or come up for the 15. I thought he looked like he was drawing the heck out of that ball.
Yeah, so he's not done yet. 9 ball's kind of down there. And it's tough to hit it and get out.
I personally like cutting the 15 and just holding the cue ball back, but he's going to go forward here. Nailed it. Oh, that's amazing. It was a total guess. I probably couldn't do it again.
On what, your pronunciation of his name?
Yeah, pronunciation. Pronunciation.
You're a pronouncer.
Ah, I see.
Okay, so he's going to go 3 rails, I think. He's going to miss the 3 ball. Or maybe just roll the 15 in gently and kiss the 3. Yeah, that's what he's looking at right there.
Just come behind
Simpler.
the 3 and have it hold him there.
Simpler, yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay, so he's telling you can miss the 3, hit the rail, and hit the 3 from behind.
Man, it looks like he's cranking this ball. He did slow it down. Well, he hit straight into the 3.
Yeah.
And he stayed off the rail is the important part. You just didn't want to end up dead tight to that rail. Elvin Randall. So we have a Banks Pool tournament tomorrow. I'm not going to post it because we don't know if that's why we keep getting yanked off Facebook, because it's the LB or Lucky Boy.
Lucky. That's right. The Lucky something or other.
Right. Tournament, and we're not sure if that's why we keep getting yanked.
Because you keep
So
saying
I'm not gonna put it up there, but it's pretty much it's going to be full. And the question is for tomorrow, if we signed up online, just need to pay when we get there, and the answer to that is yes. Do we just need to be there by 10 or before 11? Well, the Calcutta starts at 11, so we'd really like to have everybody here and registered. We open for registration at 9 a.m., and we're actually open for breakfast at 7 a.m. So you're welcome to come whenever. It's kind of free warm-up anyway, so if you plan on winning, you might want to get here early anyways, get a nice breakfast in you, shoot a few banks around before we get going.
And because we have to print the Calcutta sheets, which is at 11.
John, thank you for the like.
You kind of have to be signed up by 10:45.
Yeah, right. So, truthfully, just the earlier you can get here, the better. Don't walk in right at 11 o'clock. We'd appreciate it. And that's just true no matter what tournament you go to. You always want to try and be there at minimum a half hour ahead of time.
Did you say there's no spots left, or there is?
There's still some spots, but I know we're gonna.
We're going to fill up.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, turn up early if you're planning on walking.
There's 22 people that are officially registered, and there's a whole lot more that I know are coming.
And the truth is, if you're out there listening now and you want to play, just go right online to the Mad Apple website, go to the events tab, find the Lucky bank pool.
I'm excited. That's going to be some incredible banks. By the time we get down to the semifinals and finals, which we are going to be streaming, you're going to see some just unbelievable banks on bar tables,
right.
I think.
And you've got some really good high-end players coming in from far and wide.
Neil Jacobs coming
to play
in.
this.
Neil took second in Derby City, so
bunch of Illinois players.
Yeah. Yep.
Ziggy called me and said he's playing.
Ziggy's coming. Ziggy's probably one of Wisconsin's best ever bank pool players. I mean, he was just phenomenal for years. It's where I learned most everything about practicing banks from. Him and Larry Backus.
Who this tournament is.
Neil sucks, says Alvin. That's good to hear.
Larry Backus, of course, is who this tournament is named after. Not named after. I'm not saying the B word is after Larry, but Larry Backus, former owner of the Magnet. And this tournament started after he passed away, right?
Yep.
In commemoration of.
Yeah, it's probably one of the reasons I like bank pool so much. We used to play all the time. So one of my favorite tournaments by far. I'm hoping to actually perform in this one. It'd be nice. But
how many years has that been now then that we've had this banked tournament?
At least 4, but we skipped a year in there, I think.
I think it
more than 4. I'm sorry.
I mean, it was at the Magnet for a few years, wasn't it?
Yeah. We skipped a few years in there, though. We had the year of the fire, so didn't have it that year. We skipped a few years, so I'm happy to have it going again anyways. Yeah. Well, so Gray looking at trying to get a game back here. He's down by 2 right now, and he's got a pretty open table, so let's see if he can take advantage and get within a game again. Solids is the plan. I like that. There's not really too much that's limiting here, I think. It's pretty straightforward, really. I see it as shooting the 1 and then the 3 in the side and then the 2 in the side to the 8. So 1, 3, 2, 8.
7.
I'm sorry? No, 7, 1, 3, 2, 8.
Mm-hmm.
That end was already taken care of. He had 2 shots, stop shots there, so. Yeah, see, that's what he's looking at right there, is a 2 ball, so 7 ball pull back, get straighter on the 1. He might be coming up table, too, for this. No, yep, get straighter on the 1.
So he's playing for that window, is he, between the 2 and the 14?
Yeah, I think so. That's kind of the pattern I called
Yeah.
initially. I thought he was going to just hold it and come over so that he could kind of play off that outside rail and bounce out into that line. You know what I mean? It's tougher from here. It's tougher to hold that line from here because you're going to be drifting towards the 2.
Yeah, and he's lined his cue up a couple of times. Now he's not so sure. He's looking at down there. He's been if he can get past the 2, he'll play the 3 on the side. But
yeah, honestly, if you draw this straight over all the way to the other side rail on the opposite side of the side pocket and shoot the 3 past the 11, that'd be a good shot too. See, he's got it too. Maybe.
Yeah, he's good. Nice little kiss on the 2 ball.
Well, but that was the problem, is it was heading right at the 2 on the angle he had that, so he hit it just perfect. You know.
Now Gray went out to an early start. He was 2-0 up in this match, and he's seen Jason overtake. He's now trailing by 2 at 4-2. And he doesn't want that to continue, so he's got a nice chance here. Just judging his speed on this 2 ball. To get on this 2 ball. Well, if he was going to place it with ball in hand, he would have been an inch or 2 to the left.
I'm not going to read that one, but
so now it looks like he can't just hold or roll forward for the 8 ball.
If you just tap this in, you're fine. You just pocket speed, you barely hit this ball.
Stay right there.
I think so.
Or does he roll forward?
He looks like he's going forward.
The 8.
Yeah.
There we go. Nice. That was a nicely judged tap.
That's the shot that I never think is possible. Then you hit it, and the cue ball just barely moves, and that you got plenty of speed on it, and you're straight in. I guarantee he could have probably held that ball, but smart probably not to either. Don't take the chance.
Yeah, he judged that kiss on the 8 ball nicely. Boris Johnson is in the chat. Former Prime Minister of Britain.
Yeah, I think he retired.
Thanks for watching, Boris. Well, retired's not quite the right word. His own party kicked him out. They can do that in England. Your own party can kick you out.
Yeah. Is that a table run? Shot number 2, Mark? Was that a table run?
Don't know. Lucky we're not keeping score of that.
Yeah, I know. We were supposed to. Look, the numbers are all there. We're just no good at it. Well, that looks like he didn't make anything there, did he?
I don't think so.
Well, I tell you,
opened up
there's not
nicely
much
there,
to
didn't
look
they?
at here
Yeah.
because it's wide open.
Well, he
I
did
think.
make a ball. He did make a ball.
I like stripes or solids here, I think. If you can get a good opening shot, I
Yeah,
like
he
solids.
made a stripe. Yeah.
Mainly probably just because that 14 is drifting out there in the middle of nowhere, kind of a little tough past the 4.
Yeah, and if you took stripes, of course, the 8 ball would be blocked by those 2 solids in the corners.
Yeah, I think it goes past the 3, but I mean, still you're limiting
half
as
ball,
compared
half a pocket,
to
and probably goes both ways actually. But
right solids
don't
as you shoot your balls off,
Yeah.
everything gets better and opens up.
yeah, and the 6 ball's a nice ball to leave last. Don't have to leave it to last, but stop shot on the 6 ball in any pocket gets you on the 8.
We're going to look over his shoulder here for the 3 ball. Looks like he's going rail first, and he did. It's a little gutsy, actually. Don't know that it was necessary, but...
Well, both players have shown that they're playing aggressive. They're going to go for stuff.
Yeah, he's going to move to the 6 in the side here because he's right over the top of that 7 ball. Wow. If he can see it, he is.
He could shoot the 4 if he wants.
Yeah, but where are you going, though? I mean...
Well, play another rail first shot.
Yeah. I think he's got this, so I think he's going to... Well, if I'm looking that close, I'm getting away from it. Randy Weeby says, hell of a match here. I agree. I think it's going to just keep getting tighter and tighter because these players are both going to get more intense. Both of them want to win this match. I know Cap really wants to win one and put one under his belt.
So I'm sure he's not going to play real first. I was really just kidding. But he can follow this 4-ball forward. And
to the 1, probably. Right? I mean, that's the safest ball to try and get on here.
yeah, kind of round 3 rails around the 8, and you've got shots on the possibly the 5 or the 1, yeah.
I just don't want to overhit this ball. If you try and overstroke this ball, that's when bad stuff happens. So I think the cleanest line you can get to that 1 ball so you don't have to drill it. He's working it. I tell you, he's got still some work to do. I don't know if we can see that 6 or not.
Well, just like you said, he's on the 1 ball.
Is he?
I think so. So he's still going good, but it's going to take more than a stop shot.
Yeah, he's got to be able to draw this back.
Yeah.
Forward doesn't help you a lot. So it's got to be draw. Stop shot doesn't help you a lot, I think. You got the 7 on the stop shot, but still not a great angle. So.
And he has looks like a little angle on the 1. I think you draw back, and the 2 goes past the pink 12 in the side.
Well, he got the stop shot, so he's still shooting the 7.
He's burning a hole in the cloth there. That spinning cue ball. And Cap has asked him.
Yeah, he's asked
the question. Hit the replay button.
Yeah, let's take a look at this 8 ball. Oh, let's watch it one more time. We're going to leave it run.
What's the question?
It'll run back through again. They're looking up at the
monitor there.
Yeah.
He's asking does he hit the 8 ball here? Oh.
Just with his
cue stick, yeah. That was the cue stick.
And I would agree. I think it was a clean hit, so that's...
that should be a foul, isn't it? But I know it's not.
Well, it's not, So Gray will continue to shoot there, and he's going to be playing at the 7 ball. I think it's the right call. Cap would have the opportunity, obviously, to move that 8 ball back over.
And that's a moot point, really.
Yeah, it doesn't help him in any way or hurt him.
A moo point.
Yeah. Yeah, you're still not, not guaranteed anything coming around this angle either. Yeah, and he shorted it because he was thinking that. That 14 was right where you needed to get, and if you spun it too much, you're going to come too far down on the other ones. It's not easy. All right, Cap with the opportunity at the table. He's got the 11 ball. Is probably the most practical shot to shoot here. Or at least the most obvious. I don't think he's got anything on the 14 necessarily. I'm pretty sure that's the only ball he's got. So 11 in the corner, I think I'd be sliding over for the 9 up in the other corner. Kind of place yourself right between the 13 and the 9 on that rail. See what Cap decides. Maybe hit it hard. He's been hitting stuff real hard, though. Well, that one he drifted about where I would have thought. So now you got a choice. You can play the 11, but he might want to go up to the 9 and kind of come back down again. I don't mind that shot.
Yeah, you mean the 13 there.
Or 13, yep. Sorry.
And it's kind of got an angle where he's drifting away from the walls there, but he can probably roll forward and still be on that 10 that's on the top rail.
Or draw up for the 9 right here, too. Nope, he's going to go for the 12.
Okay.
This pattern got a little bit trouble here. I mean, not saying he's not going to get out, not saying he shouldn't get out, but he definitely made it more interesting by the way he chose.
Yeah, he's got to get sort of nice on the 9, and one assumes he's going to draw over and get on the 9 right now.
Not too much. You want an angle.
Right.
Just so you can come
and
down
that's
to
it.
the 10.
It's
nice.
tough to control the angle there.
Pretty good there.
How straight is that ball? If he's got a little bit of angle, he's got to punch it forward to get the cue ball to go sideways. Just like that. Beautiful. Stun run through, that was.
It's a little tricky. You got to make sure you get enough on this. You don't want to end up with too big of an angle going on the next ball.
A gentle shot with a lot of left-hand spin.
Yeah, just kind of naturally spin it over there.
Hit it low and left and soft.
I still want to be short and be shooting the inside angle on this next shot.
Yeah,
like about the angle he's on now.
You'd love to end up straight, wouldn't you, on this?
Not really.
No?
I'd like to have just a little bit of a bend on it. Not that much. He's going to be all right here, but that's definitely more than he was intending.
Yeah, so now he can shoot them both in the same pocket.
I don't think he's going to. I think this floats into the 6, but maybe.
Right.
It looks like he's drawn it. You're going to be right here.
Yeah.
See, he's going to change his mind. I'm telling you, he's bumping the 6 and shooting the 8 in the opposite corner.
Right. If the 6 wasn't there, you'd go across. I mean, and the going across, you actually would like more
angle.
Right,
at night. He's going to hold it.
Oh, in between.
He's going to hit it right in the middle.
In between. I think he was trying to go across the table, wasn't he, with that? But and the angle that he had there, if he was going to go across, would be nicer if it had more angle.
If any sane people would like to join us in the chat, that'd be awesome.
Yeah,
Speak up. We'll talk to you.
Instead of all these nutters.
And a great shot. Uh-oh. Look out. Oh, he did not scratch. He's all right.
Okay.
Take another look at this shot by Cap to take that one down. And going up 5-3.
Yeah, that's a nice cut shot.
Yeah, he came close, so look at that. Oh, just made it to the outside of that. But good job. 5-3. Race to 15. King of the Hill series here at the Mad Apple Burger and Billiard Company. See the new logo? We updated it a little bit.
King of the Hill? You always draw new
logos. No, I'm
right?
talking about the Mad Apple Xstream logo down there on the scoreboard.
Very nice.
Just detailed it out a little bit more. I think in fact, it hasn't changed behind us yet. That one's really old, actually. It's like classic almost by this time. All right, Caps break coming up. What's up, Biko? Thank you for the like. 9 went in the side. Cue ball went in the corner.
The other Kendall.
Nobody knows him by Kendall. Well, they do know more. Now they do more because of Facebook. Don Murray, thanks for the like. Well, I'll tell you, that's not a table you want to be scratching on right there.
No.
Definitely going to give Gray an opportunity to gain that game back.
Yeah.
Again, I think I like solids here.
Yeah, and he could happily go either way, really, couldn't he?
2 trouble balls if your solids are 7 and the 5. Those are the 2 that get you in trouble. The rest of them are pretty obvious.
Right. So with ball in hand, you get on the 7. You shoot the 5 to get on the 7.
I think so. I mean, I would, because you drift up. You got a few other shots if you end up short. He's going to take stripes. So let's see what he does with that.
The 14's kind of in the middle of all those stripes, and once the 14's gone, those don't look bad. And what that tells you is he doesn't mind the 11. You can leave the 11 till last before the 8. And so all you have to do is get rid of this cluster of balls.
I guess the 12 does go here. I was thinking the 12 was
Yeah,
blocked,
I meant the 12.
But the 12 does go
12.
go past the 1. So.
But your first shot, it looks like he's got on the... where he's placed the cue ball in hand, he's on the 15. 14 doesn't really. 14 doesn't really have a pocket.
Well, it does if you run the pattern here, right? So if you go 15, 11, 10, 14, it's
the only problem with that, I'll tell you the problem is you'd love to leave that to get you on the pink, but the 13's up table, so you can't forget about that, and you don't want to leave it too late.
Yeah, he's got this. Well, Chris is stealing my stuff here.
So after the 11, the 10 in the side, then the 13, because you need the 14 there to get you back down. So I think the 14 and then the pink 12 are the last 2 stripes before the 8.
So you're saying 10 down here to the 13.
Yep.
Back up to the 14. See, I like this better maybe. He's going to just get up back to the middle of the table.
Oh, I think he's going to do
I don't like where that 4 is. I mean, that's the problem with this ball down here in the corner.
He is going to do what I said there. He's going to leave the 14 to get on the 12 as his last ball. Pink 12.
See, I honestly think he's going to shoot the 13 and then come back to the middle of the table for the 10. Or the 14.
That's tough.
That's what he's doing. So he's going to play high English here off the end rail and back into the middle of the table.
Yeah, I'm going to judge this one, right?
Yeah, just
and
like
he has.
that.
You like
really
that shot.
hit it well. Yeah.
Now he's sitting really good. So nice little shot.
Yeah, because now he's got the 10, just a little stun here, and he's going to run up table a little bit.
Sure. By hitting that shot as well as he did, the rest of the rack looks really easy.
Well, and he had a couple of safety valves there. If he hit it short, he still had a shot at the 14, although it was a little tougher. If he hit it long, he still had a shot at the 12. So, I mean, really, I thought it was a smart shot. And he eliminated the 4 ball from being an issue coming back out of that shot. So this was really well played by Gray.
Yep.
Good job. Brings it back to 4 within 1 game. The match we thought this was going to be, I think it's going to turn into. This thing is going to go all the way. Neither one of these players got quit in them, so both of them are going to be fighting the whole way.
Yeah.
So.
And they're both playing aggressive. We're not going to see long safety battles unless a particular rack dictates it.
There we got Mr. Siech. Gray is here from Milwaukee. His cue is a Mark Siech, which is his dad. Uses Jacoby black for his shaft. Soft Kamui black. He's been playing for 13 years. Favorite game is 8-ball, which he's just showing there pretty well. Favorite player is Mark Siech and Earl Strickland. And he's a 637. Gray's been here quite a bit, and we're always happy to have him. Heck of a nice guy if you guys don't know him. Oh, just avoids the scratch there on the side.
And he says the brand of table he normally plays on is valleys. Right, he obviously doesn't have any problem playing on diamonds.
No, and I mean, break like that, it doesn't matter what table you're on. So the 7-10, the obvious only problem here on the table, you can either play a combination here, or the 7 does go if you just elect to shoot solids first. It's got a nice angle to go 1 to the 2 here, which I guess you could consider a little bit of a problem otherwise.
Yeah, and stripes you just don't like because of the 10.
Yeah,
so
that's the only reason.
So that means you kind of have to play this combination, don't you? The 4 and the 3 on the side of the table there are not necessarily problems unless you get your speed and control wrong.
Yeah, you hit that perfect. Came out for the 3 just right. Couldn't have asked for better speed, really.
And the general rule of thumb is you deal with your problems first. Now he's lining up shooting the 7, and he's not necessarily going to play the combination.
Yeah, I think you almost have to. Even the 6 to the 10-7, just to get the 10 out of the picture. Here.
He might be leaving the 5 till his last ball before the 8.
Maybe. So he's going to get the 7 out of there, set for the 6 to set for the 5 down the long rail. Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah. No breakout
see,
needed.
that's
He's
right.
just going to pick him up.
Combination right here. Maybe not. I didn't see the 4. I like the 6-10-7, to be honest with you. And maybe even right now, just because of the fact that you have that 4 sitting there.
6-10-7 combination.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's tricky.
I think that's, again, what he's looking at, not to... But that's not a horrible angle to come into that from, so...
Just seems that the 5-10-7 is more likely to be made and not missed.
Jody Whitehead, thanks for the like. Okay, he's going to go to the 4 ball instead. And coming over to the same combination
Now
you're talking about.
Now he's definitely playing the combination. Generally, you like to do this kind of thing earlier when there's other balls on the table, just to give you backup positional plans. I know some people leave them till later.
Well, the issue here is he doesn't have a clear line to the 6 ball as the lead for this shot.
Right.
So he's depending on the 5 ball kind of staying there. And to be honest, you've kind of got a shot at it. If he runs this straight up the rail, the 10 can hold that 5 right there. And I pushed it over, but see, that was potentially the problem, is he didn't have a direct line to the 6.
Yeah. And now the 10 ball's gone around and cluttered the 8. So he does have a cut shot on the 5. Q's ball's going to be flying, and he could still get a shot on the 6. But he's going to need a really nice angle on the 6 to develop the 8 or get on the 8. And that's why we like doing that combination. He could have shot that combination on his second shot. And he'd now, that it didn't quite go right, have more options if there were still balls on the table.
Think that banks past the 8? Any chance there?
Yeah.
I think it's got a little bit of a chance.
I think it's got room.
I don't know. See, I look at the overhead and I feel like it might.
I feel like it does, but I think I'd still rather cut it.
Yeah, see, he's looking at that now too. But safety is actually what he's looking at here.
And the cut shot, if you end up hanging the 5.
You gotta hope Cap plays a bad safe if you're leaving this for a safe, because you're going to leave him a hit no matter what. So you're going to get a safety attempt at minimum back if he doesn't go for a shot.
I think he's going to thin snick this in the corner pocket.
I don't know if he is. Oh, he did.
And inside English, which made that shot way tougher.
How do you hit it?
Because he wanted to break those up. And that just shows how aggressive he's playing. He's got himself a chance here. He's going to play this. He's going to set on this 8 ball. Off the 11 in the side. The way he's lining that up, it looks like he's going off the point.
Let's just take another look at how close to overcutting this ball.
Yeah, and that shot, a lot of people would look at that.
That gray was. Just watch this. And then watch it from the overhead. Watch how close to the outside of it he hit that ball.
Massive amount of inside English on that shot.
Yeah.
That was a really good shot.
It was great, yeah. Terrific.
And he's definitely got a nice angle on this 6 where he can sort of punch it or stun run through to the side rail and get on that line that he's aiming up here. But where he's lining his cue up right there, looks like he's playing it off the point first and then the 11, which seems slightly strange to me.
You think it goes off the 11 just naturally?
I think
he pushes forward too far.
You'd love the 11 to be a little bit closer to the pocket and then it'd be natural. It's still possible to make it, but I think you've got to hit it with speed so that the 8 ball... Well,
I don't know about
that's
that.
not what he wanted. He looked to the sky and threw his hand up after that shot, so that's plan B.
Yeah, he was trying to kill it over there a lot harder than what he did.
He didn't want to completely follow it because he was, straightish on the 6.
I think you almost take the chance and kick around the 9 ball at this ball, because I don't think you're cutting it thin enough to give it anything. But we'll see, maybe.
He can still take that same line that he was lining up.
Yeah, that was pretty...
A lot thinner from there, though, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, if you look at it from the overhead, look at how close it is to the side rail. It's pretty tough. Cap with a great opportunity to pull it within 2 or away 2 again here. Start with those side. I mean, you got to get the 8 off there, right? Can't leave the 8 there, I don't think.
Wow. I mean, you can use the 10 as your last ball and just set on the 8.
Yeah, I don't like that. I think you got to play the 13 here off the 8. Side pocket, first shot.
I guess you might as well.
Yeah, I mean, because stop shot here leaves you the 10 or the 12 or the 15 or possibly,
Yeah. No, I like that. There was no problem with that.
Down to the 12, back out for the 15 would be my guess, and then the 11, 10 to the 9. So 12 stun back out for the 15 in the same pocket. He's going to go to the 15 first. I don't like that angle. I think 12 is the next shot. And he doesn't, so he's going to shoot the 15. Oh, I see. 15, 11. That's a good pattern. 15, 11, 12, 10, 9. Although I do like coming off the 11 to the 10 for the 9.
I don't really like leaving the 10 and the 9 as the last balls.
But if you stop the cue ball right where that 11 ball is.
Yeah, from there, I think you probably
right?
are going to, but...
I mean, I'm not saying that's what he was doing there. I'm just saying... Because I don't like it here. I don't like coming from the outside of the 8 ball as much.
So he's just going to follow forward through in and out of the corner.
Perfect angle
Good
for
speed.
a stop shot.
Got nice and
you
close.
hit that good. You had to. I mean, otherwise it can get tricky there in the
Straight,
corner.
draw it back an inch, 2 inches.
Just not 8. Well, 8 might even be okay. Anywhere from 2 to 8 inches here, and you're doing fine. Slid into it a little bit even. Stop this for the corner. I want to thank everybody for taking the time to join us tonight. We got a great match. I mean, these guys are going to keep battling here. Both play real strong 8 ball, so get to see some good pattern play by these guys. Every level can always learn, you know. We all play it so different, you know. I mean,
Yeah.
I watch you play patterns, and there's things that I go, holy cow, I would never do that. And there's things I go, holy cow, I could never do that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And there's, you know, you can really learn some different shots watching guys play different little stuns and holds. And
Yeah, that's why I enjoy 8 ball, because it is so... There's so many different routes or underlying philosophies. You don't see the pros play 8 ball much, do you, really? It's always 9 ball or 10 ball.
it's because they play on the big table, and 8 ball on a big table is a horrible game. Just is.
Is it?
Let's take a vote. How many people actually like playing 8 ball on a big table? Is his rack crooked, or is that just my eyes?
Yeah, it's crooked.
Carmen Cook, thank you for the like. Not paying attention here. There we go. Cap. Going
Thank
for
you,
the break.
Tammy Folds, for your compliment there.
Oh, yeah. Thanks, Terry. Finally, something nice. Just kidding. All right, so let's see what Cap's taking a look at here.
Thanks for the like, Tracy Hausler.
Well,
No, he's got an angle on the 15 there to bump the 11.
12-8. You kind of could cut the 11 right now also.
And then, yeah, it's really the 8 ball and the 12 was the real question, isn't it?
Oh, you got to say that one.
Danny Jr. England. Thanks for the like, Mr. England.
Great match, great stream, great commentary. Mad Apple rocks. Thank you so much, Sean, and we appreciate that a lot. We try, man. We try.
A little bump on the 8 to open everything up.
Paul Hemminghouse says he prefers the big table for any game.
I wish I did. I just never play on them. I just don't think I play very well on the big table.
And with that kind of attitude,
I
you
know.
never will.
I know. What I mean to say is I plan on playing a lot more on the big table.
Jeff Cole, see? Jeff will help make my point. He kind of goes both ways. He says, I like 8 ball on the 9 foot. Nobody else does, though. So, and that's about the truth, I think. It's just not the right game, I don't think.
Cap's got himself in a really nice position here.
Yeah, Gray's got to start watching it here. Cap gets a little bit rolling here, and he can catch up or take off on you pretty quick.
It's building up ahead of steam.
Yeah, you're going to see this one get taken down, so it's going to be 7 games to 4. Mr. Kasprzycki. No, I said it wrong again.
Oh.
Took me forever to even come close. So.
Taylor Seeker's asking, are we ever going to stream any big table matches?
Taylor, we're set up that we can actually switch those tables out anytime we like. So the table that you're looking at right now can get changed out for the 9-footer that we have in the back any week, any day. So if there's somebody that wants to play a big table match, it would have to be something special. We're happy to do it. All right, let's take a quick look here at Cap. First off, his stunning picture there. It's with a little attitude. So anyway, he's out of Rothschild. He plays with a Jacoby and also a Jacoby shaft. Kamui medium tip. He's 34 years playing because he's 43. But I remember in his bio he said he's only played serious since he was 20. So you could take 11 years off of that and he'd be 23 years playing. Favorite game is 8-ball. Favorite player is Earl Strickland, which somebody mentioned in the chat earlier. So a little look at the one and only Jason Kasprzycki, also known as Cap.
Favorite pool movie? Color of Money.
Is that it? I mean, that's right. To me, that's the best one. I think the other one is just the Pool Hall Junkies. To me, is just too violent and kind of a whole lot of the bad side of
And the
pool.
pool's
that I
not
don't
very
care
good,
for.
is it?
Yeah, not really. I mean,
it's like not necessarily pool players making that one, I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think it was, actually. Well, let's take a look. I didn't take a look at the overhead. We'll take a look here quick.
So that was a break and run in that last rack from Cap. And he's had another explosive break where the balls are splattered all over the table. And if he can keep breaking like that, he may just run a few in a row. Same question, solids or stripes. And you look down at the...
I don't see a whole lot of problems with
No, it's
either
just
one
trying to
of them,
figure
really.
out the 11... Oh, I mean the pink 12 ball there for stripes. Or you may just say, I don't have to bother because solids go quite nicely. Doesn't have to take stripes. You could take the 15 and tap the 2 ball and then stripes are open.
Todd Reinschmidt says, go Cap. He's really looking at this. Larry Dassow trying to take claim to Cap's actual favorite player. Said he is it. So the issue here is obviously still the 8-ball, right?
Yeah.
So he's got to either move the 15 or the 8.
Sure. And inside English, you can...
Looks like he's going to move the 15.
Yeah, and it could freeze on the 8.
No, he hit
Hit
that
it nice and hard, yeah. Hard
pretty
enough.
good. Did he get the 3?
And the 15 now.
I think he did. I think he ended up okay on this
Yeah,
3 ball.
he's on the 3. And I think he can use the 3 to stay on the 6.
You saying he's going to try and get on the 6 here?
I think so.
Maybe if he's
A
got a
little
draw
soft-
shot. Yeah, it
little
looks
soft
like you're
draw
right.
shot, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, really well hit, actually.
Yeah, and that
Nice
angle
hold.
gives him a nice... It's like all the hard work's done now.
It really kind of won an angle here so that you can just... Oh,
Or straight.
yeah, I don't like that.
A little draw back an inch.
Lisa
He's not-
Heckman, good to see you. Thanks, Lisa. Did you just join us? Are you joining us late again? I know you got to go out first, right?
But he's not afraid of this long shot on the 8. Struck it with confidence. Gave it enough to move the cue ball down a little bit closer.
It's a big game here. 8-4 is getting to be a bigger lead. Lisa Heckman, thank you for the share also.
Yeah, and considering that Gray won the first 2 racks, it's been a Captain America show since. And that's two straight break and runs. See if he performs another break like the last 2.
Yeah, and that was his biggest thing. He said, I asked him what he was going to play prior to the match. I warmed him up a couple of games, and I asked him what he was going to play, and he said, whichever one I can break better. But interesting enough, I asked him if he had braked any 8-ball, and the answer was no. So, and he started breaking 10-ball really well by the time we were done playing. So Julia Fox says she hopes that Gray wins, and she would love to come and watch him play again. It's another good break. Really opening things up.
Yeah.
Toughest shot is the first one, but I think it's going to be the 6 in the side off the 2-ball. Well, and then you got the 7-5 down there.
Yeah, that's not straightforward, is it?
No, it's not as open as they've been.
And the 6 off the 2, it's...
Could almost play the 1 here, actually, and just come down for the 7 right away if you were going to play for...
Yeah, I was wondering if he could cut that in. It's very close to it, and you have to get the cue stick out of the way as the cue ball comes back off the rail immediately at you. And you have to hit it with a fair speed just to get the 1 ball there because it's so thin. And one thinks that the cue ball will be flying at speed, not to hold it for the 7, but may go into those balls.
He's going to take a good long look here. He just wants to make sure, and that's what he is going for. He's going to play the 6 in the side.
He's got the 3 ball too.
He called the 6.
Okay. And that'll push the 2 ball up table, and that may end up helping him get on those other balls.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, that's a very good point. Almost perfectly.
Yeah. Yeah, good speed that you didn't lose the 2 ball to the top rail.
Bang Time was thinking he should have played the 1 ball there. I can see an argument for that. I didn't mind that shot if it wasn't too close to it.
Now, he's got a little angle on this 2 ball. He could just stun straight across and kiss the 10. Or he could follow and try and play perfect position on the 5 into the same pocket as the 2.
I think it's close. I think he's close to having that angle. It's hard to tell unless you're down there. But I think I like the angle to come around the 5 and
I know that shot's there, but it's so easy to miss the speed or just get it wrong.
Well, he doesn't look like he's more aggressive. He's going to draw into it.
Just go straight into it, yeah.
Yeah, and he did.
That's probably what I would have done.
Came out perfect for him. He couldn't ask for a better outcome, I don't think. Stop shot here. I think the 7 goes to the side. He might even shoot the 7 now.
Yeah, if the 7 goes on the side, yeah, he's sitting really well.
Well, he doesn't like it, so he's going to play the 5 here. And still set for the 7. So the 7 does go on the side. He just liked playing the 5 first. And I don't blame him. I mean, this is a pretty good pattern here now. Because he can just float this ball forward.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a friendly angle here. You can just roll
yeah,
this
you
in.
can come up for the
in.
4 here, too, if you wanted to, if you didn't want to play the 3 right away. But he had a good angle to play the 3. Just making stuff up now.
Another gentle roll it in pocket speed.
Yeah, do you
3
like
in
playing
the
the back cut on the 4 compared to the inside cut and playing off the rail?
Oh, yes. I would like,
See, I like
if the
that.
angle was there, to have followed forward but and get on the other side. But there's nothing wrong with this.
Well, don't get too straight. Kept it a little bit interesting here
Yeah.
with the 9 played where it is.
That's right. The knight, if you could go forward with power, or you could stun it up, and in both scenarios, you got to watch out for the 9 ball getting in the way.
JJ Matey, thank you very much.
What about drawing around the 11?
How do you hit that?
Yeah,
Huh?
that was great. He was so straight, he chose to
Yeah, that was a good shot.
use an extra rail. He knew exactly where his cue ball was going.
Yeah, he's not afraid to stroke a ball, that Cap. He can definitely do it. Let's watch him do it here.
Yeah.
Really well hit. Good job there by Cap. Getting
Took the 11
another
ball.
game to 8. Or is that to 9?
That was
I don't know.
that was a break and run, right? 3 in a row. And yeah, he's
Well,
on.
you'd think I'd be paying better attention,
He's
but I
on.
think it might be.
He's on. Yeah, 9. 9 to 4.
Definitely caught a groove. I mean, that was a pretty nice stroke shot there to get him around to the 8 ball when he got a little far on the shot prior. You know, ended up a little straighter than he would have liked.
That's 3 in a row for Cap. Still breaking. He's had 3 good breaks in a row.
Well, that's not a very good break. So the shot that Gray
Well,
is going to get after that entire long wait,
Not quite as nice as the last 3 racks, are they?
not quite as nice as what they've looked like.
It's
So.
been a while since we saw Gray. So now the pressure's on him to do something here and
He's gonna have to look
stake
at this.
claim over this rack.
He's got to look at this a bit. I mean, unfortunately, he doesn't really have anything at stripes because I think stripes are the easier one to maneuver around. But he doesn't have a great starter for stripes.
Yeah.
So he's kind of trying to look to see if that 15 would go, but I don't think he can see enough of it.
If he really wants stripes, he could cut the 9 ball in the side.
Yep, it's letting it wing just a little bit, but I think he could come out okay because that 13 and the 11 are in a good position down there.
But yeah, that little group of 3 stripes there by the 5 ball, he's either got to get somehow a small window to get on the 15, or he does have a potential combination. And he's chosen solids. And solids, I don't think he's got quite where he wanted to be. He could have ended up with a nice angle on the 2 to go in and break the 5, but he's now got to find a different way. So he's got the 1 ball. And he wants to come up high enough to get on the 2 in the side.
Yeah, he didn't quite get there.
Not quite there. He just didn't make it to straight on.
He's got a couple more shots at it here. He'd like to at least leave that 4 ball, so I'd shoot the 3 here, kind of
Yeah.
back across.
Right. You definitely don't want to shoot the 2 ball here if it's not helping you break those balls out. So he's got to come back to it later.
Good spin. Now you got a good angle
he's got
here.
it. Now he does have it. Yeah, he can.
I-
Not
from the
guaranteed to
get-go-
come out good, but he
Yeah.
can definitely hit the 5.
From the get-go, I didn't like the 5, even though you had a couple of break shots because you got 3 against 1 here. 3 pretty good opportunities to hold on to the 5 here.
He wants that 15 to go in.
And it did. That'll help.
Tricky. Doesn't have a very nice shot here. Bank shot on the 6, maybe.
2 commentators, yeah. I don't have an English accent, do I? Apparently you
Only
don't
when-
either.
Only when you're poking fun at me.
Right. Apparently you don't either.
No. thought the one guy was doing two voices. That's awesome. I'd love to do that one day. Because I always say I can't commentate if there's only one person, if I'm by myself.
Yeah, right.
I need
Just
two
use your
people in
other
the box,
person.
but you
Yeah.
could do a little ventriloquist act.
Yeah.
Yeah. I gotta work on that.
All right. I don't know why we're watching
That's
this.
really
I feel like all of a sudden I feel like Taylor. Oh boy.
That is a good idea, though. Next time I'm stuck in the comedy box by myself, I'm gonna do two voices.
Oh yeah, that'd be great. You can do it. See, there's two of us.
Have a real conversation.
Wave MH. Ah yeah. See MH.
Mm-hmm.
Kendall. We don't even
One
have
of
our
us
names up. What's
is
going
the-
on? This thing is all broken, raggedy tonight.
So
Cap with a good opportunity.
yeah,
now.
Gray had a bash at that awkward rack. Luckily for him, the 5-ball has given Jason at least a problem.
Are you switching players on us? Now he's Jason.
Cap.
You're gonna confuse people.
Captain America.
I like that. Is that his actual name? Well, nickname.
Says
What's he doing here?
Safety. He can't be. 12. Pink 12 doesn't go.
You think he's gonna try and slide that down the rail? Oh, safety.
Super negative safety by putting the 14 in there too. It's not like he really needed to do that. He could have left the 14 in the open and the 5 still didn't go.
I'm a little confused. Did he have ball in hand there?
No,
Oh. Are you sure?
I don't think so.
I think he did. Charles Williams, thanks for the like.
If he had ball in hand there, he would have found a ball to break that up.
That's what I was thinking.
He would have shot the 14 in and drawed back.
Maybe
or-
I wasn't
or-
paying
or
attention,
used the
but I
10.
thought he had ball in hand there. Could be wrong, I suppose.
So now we haven't had any safety games yet. Almost nothing in the way of safety so far. 13 racks into this game. But that little cluster of balls thinks means you can't be shooting at these. Any thought of whacking the 6-ball in and drawing back and breaking the 5? You gotta get rid of that. He's got a cut shot on the 4-ball. I'm not saying it's impossible to break those balls out with a cut shot
Taylor
on the 4-ball.
helped out. She said he did not have ball
No.
in hand. Okay. Well, then it made a
But-
little more sense.
One thinks you really don't want to be making balls here. Not that it's a very clear-cut path to victory. He doesn't really have a good safety either, but he's just got that very negative situation up top. Cap, of course, has the 10-ball and more balls on the table, so advantage stripes.
I'm thinking possibly maybe all of Gray's magic came from his wife that was rooting him on in the stands, because this is the first week she's not here, and he's like, could have been. Could be all on Taylor.
Well, we'll find out if he's got some magic right now.
It's a good shot.
And there's a
Look at this
breakout shot. If he hits that, oh, eat my words.
Oh, my goodness.
That's really unlucky. He did. That's incredible.
Yeah, he hit it perfect.
Deserves a replay on that one. Staying aggressive. Staying aggressive. That's what these guys have been showing. There's a lot of players out there who would have not liked that. But, of course, the truth is, Stripes did have the advantage in a tactical game there, so the safety wasn't really leading
Take
you
a look at that again. Well,
into
Cat
gaining
takes a
control.
look.
So I don't fault this. And he's proved that was a viable shot.
That was just really unlucky to come around
Yeah.
like he did.
And look at that. Even if that had hung, he would have had a shot in the 5.
Cap starting out with the 14 ball. He's got this all worked out now that Gray broke everything up. So 10 ball is the last ball before the 8, in my opinion. Maybe just a touch straighter than you want to be on this shot, but I think he'll be plenty fine.
Stun run through. Could have used
boy.
little bit more spin.
Maybe just a touch.
Or a little bit more
Should still be
spin.
fine here. He doesn't have to do too much work here. Just make the ball.
You think he can just hit it soft enough?
I think so. Maybe just a touch inside here just to kind of hold it from going too far
Barely get the 11 to the pocket.
past the 8,
Look at the amount of inside spin he's putting on this ball.
Yeah, he's doing that to hold it. He put way more than I would have thought, but he hit it pretty good and ended up great. So, Mark, I agree. That was a really tough break on that breakout and scratch, and it's going to result in Cap finishing this one, I think, too. Well, don't speak too soon. Almost got in the way, but I think he's still got this in the side pocket.
And he didn't have much choice. He had to go in that ball just because avoiding that ball when it was a scratch. He didn't spend much time thinking about it. He knew he was going into it. And he's ended up with a shot. I don't think he can play it in the side, can he? He can. Yeah, he can.
Side pocket, yeah.
Side pocket.
I'm not saying what he's going to do. I can tell you what I would do. I'd definitely side pocket. Anytime you're on a diamond, if you can cut a ball to the side pocket compared to trying to run it into the corner.
There you go. Bang it in the corner.
I can't do it. That's a miss for me. I like rolling that ball into that gigantic side pocket. Well, let's go back maybe one more time. Take a look at the unfortunate roll on Gray's part to set.
Yeah, that could have been a turning point,
Cap
really,
up.
because this is a sizable lead, 10-4.
It was a great break. He hit it. It was intentional.
Yeah.
He was trying to get that 5 out of there.
That was a nice shot.
And just drifted straight across to there.
And at that speed, that was almost the only contact that brought the 5 ball out. If you'd hit the other balls, they kind of stay clustered.
Yeah,
Well, the 5 ball stays in there, but...
Could have been better and worse all in the same.
And he'd had a nice chance to start his comeback. He's now got to wait for Cap to give him another chance.
Cap has really been breaking the ball as well. That one not so good. Again. But he stuck Gray down here again. And I'm not saying he doesn't have a shot, but every time Cap is broke well, he's sitting right in the middle of the table ready to roll.
Yeah. So he's choosing the tougher 3 ball here because he doesn't want to take stripes and leave the 14 there.
So he's going to play the 3 in the side? Is that what we're looking at?
Yeah, I think so. Bump the 1 and see how he come out.
Yeah, see if the 4 goes in that side also, maybe. Oh, safety.
Safety on
Did he
an
get to? I don't know if he got to a rail. Did he? It's kind of hard to say.
Well, the players are shooting on, so they're not.
Must have.
Cap's not calling a foul. He must have got to the rail. Interesting choice, though, isn't it? Safety on an open table.
I think he might have given the 2 here, right? Kind of looks like he can see that.
Yeah, and what did he do? He was trying to lure Cap into taking stripes. He wanted him to shoot the 13.
Yeah, maybe.
And give himself a problem. Give him a problem on the 14. But Cap, you're right. He's got the shot on the 2.
Yeah, 3 to the 4, which is the break for the 1.
Good tight position here.
Well, 3 you're going to pop over into the 15 ball
Yeah,
and set up for that 4 to kind of play into the 1 or into the 14 to break the 1.
Yeah, you gently draw into the 15.
Yep.
You got a nice angle there on the pink 4 after.
Almost perfect. So it looks like to me he's going to draw into the 14.
Another little draw shot, kiss the stripe.
Yeah, just slide in there a little bit. Harder than I would have thought. See, if I hit it that hard, that ball comes out and gets me every time, I feel like. But he hit it great. Just a little stop shot or stun shot here, too. Is slide over for the 5 into the corner pocket. I think shooting between the 15 and the 14 there. You know, just kind of a hold shot where you just...
So all of a sudden you realize that your logo that you've got on the pool table there for your advertiser does not get in the way of the balls. So it's like a green screen, is it, or a blue screen?
No, it does get in the way of the balls. We just
it's got a weird effect on the 14. That's the only reason I thought of that. But
yeah, very.
You're
minimal.
saying it's so light that the stronger coloured balls behind it are just shine through.
Thanks for pointing that out.
Huh. Never thought about that.
All right, so 1 ball, just a little bit of a stun over, kind of hold himself between the 14 and the 15. All right, he's going to drill it. And came out good, except for he bumped the 8 into a little bit of trouble.
The plot thickens. Too much angle on the 5 to draw into it and break it now.
Might go up right through the big E in Ericsson up into that corner pocket, if he can see enough of it off that 12 ball. But I think he can.
So
actually.
he's just really, I mean, he had he did almost pick those off really nicely and have a clear path to get out. And now it's more complex.
I liked my shot better. Just hold it a little bit instead of hitting it that hard.
So
He had a pretty natural angle.
he
to
can
roll
shoot
down.
this 5 in the side and get an angle on either the 7 or the 6. And he needs to create some kind of kiss on the
I
pink
don't know if he does. I think the 8 goes up in that corner.
past the 15.
Through the middle of the E.
Oh, the big
In
E.
the logo, yeah,
I
the
see.
big E, big E.
I was looking at the other E.
Oh, it might go in the side pocket, too.
From the overhead
It's
view.
close.
Well, maybe.
All right, to the 7, then to the 6, and see what he does with the 8. Could
And
draw into it right here, actually.
Yeah, or he could just draw a hair back from there and leave himself an angle on the 6 to go 1 rail into the 8.
Yeah, but you don't want to move that 8 on your last ball ever. I mean, your odds just go way down if you're doing that. Unless you have a very precise line that you know you're going to run in on.
I think he's just going to draw back a couple of inches here.
I'm telling you, that spot right by Popalock there, we're going to get a shoe sponsorship, and we're going to, like, box it out. Everybody's shoes are always proudly on display, so if you play on the stream,
Oh, right.
make sure you wear some nice shoes.
Yeah. We should get a Nike endorsement.
Right? All right, 7 ball. It's going to roll up. Something I did not see. The difference between being the one on the table and sitting
Well,
in the
sure.
booth. is
Yeah,
huge.
does that 8 go or not? Cap's the only one who knows. You know,
I mean,
there's
it
2
must still be slightly debatable. Right? I mean, he's not just getting up here and firing this ball like
No.
it goes.
Well, it goes. Yeah, he's just indicated to Gray, you might want to have someone watch this. And Gray said, don't worry about it, I trust you. We're all watching on the
Not
screen.
only that, but we have cameras.
We got the replay here. Clean.
Yep, good
Ain't
shot there.
no discussion on that.
Gray's shoes are calm. They do look calm. They were sitting there pretty calmly. Guys, make sure you're paying attention to our great sponsors that are scrolling through the screen there. Also, if you do end up using any of those folks, make sure you tell them that you saw them here on the stream, because they are part of what makes this stream possible also, including all those likes and shares. So we don't ask you guys to necessarily give us cash, although if you do, we use it for our juniors, so thanks for that. But what we do ask for is just clicking a few buttons every once in a while for us, because that definitely helps us out. So continue to do that. We appreciate it. Must be doing a great job tonight. So thank you for all the likes, shares, follows, and all that great stuff you can do for us. So thank you.
Thanks for the like, Mike Van der Gieten.
Nice job. Cap with his break. Did he get a good one or a bad one this time?
It looks like he's not hitting that head ball square, but he's not hitting the second ball.
Oh,
He's
really?
kinda-
He's hitting head ball break, huh?
He's hitting the head ball. It looked like to me, but sort of a half ball angle. Bring cue ball flies to the side rail and back in. So this one is a nice wide open one. Stripes look nice. Just got to figure out the 11 ball, probably in the side pocket. And he can get on that right now.
Or draw over into it right here. Just slide over. I kind of like that idea. Yep, bump it a little bit. I don't know if it worked out for him, but I don't think that it did, honestly.
Well, I think he's on it. You can roll that in. Nudge the 6 for position.
Spencer Bolt, thank you for the like.
Yeah, looking down the line of that shot, the 11.
Hi, Tanya. How are you? Thank you for the share.
The pink 12 is kind of blocking half of the pocket for the 11. And the 11 still has a pocket in the side pocket.
Mr. Legoo, thank you, sir, for the like. Well, the 11 is the question, right? That's the only ball we're really looking at.
Yeah, getting down there here. So he's on the 14.
I like coming back for the 15 in the same pocket and then setting to draw up to run into the 2. So if you come kind of flat here across.
That's assuming that the 11 goes past the 12. And if it did, I think he would have shot it on the previous shot.
Joe Olson, thanks for the like. Well, he comes around.
He was trying to get down
and
table.
Scratches in the side.
He was not playing for the 15.
I'm not sure what he was doing there. It's probably the first shot that I've seen him shoot that I don't necessarily agree with. He's been playing really great patterns.
All right, and if Gray's going to master a comeback here, it's got to start right now.
Absolutely. 7 games down against Cap is not...
So this run is all about what are you going to do with the 6 ball. And here it is. He's going to roll forward and tap the 11 right now. Looks like he's set himself too much angle on that pink 4 for that. But he's eyeballing his shot after that, so he's just, he's going to play a little kiss on the 11. And he plans on having plenty of options thereafter. Yep, straightened that angle just a little bit. Beautiful little kiss. He's on the 7 in the side, just as he planned.
Yeah, now it's a pretty stop shot pattern. Stop shot, a little bit of rolls maybe. See how he does it? There's a couple ways you could go at it, but I think he's going to go to the 5 here next. Maybe not. Maybe the 6.
Or just get the 1 ball out of there. Why not?
Could do that too, yeah.
You could shoot these balls in almost any order, really, couldn't you?
Yeah, I agree. He didn't get the one he was shooting for, though. He wanted that 5 next.
Yeah.
So now he's got to change plans just a little bit here.
Still going to shoot the 5.
That's a nice shot.
Right. Because then the 1, 2, 8 is the finish.
Yep.
Yeah, that's nice. That's simple, isn't it?
Kind of do the same thing he just did is what he's got to do.
He's not really got a problem here, but he's kind of on the wrong side of the 6 a little bit. So he's not going to get closer to the 1. And where the stripes are, you really don't want to mess around trying to get closer to the 1. You can just kill it right there. Yeah, you want a little bit more angle. Okay.
Well, and you're feeling the pressure right now, too. You know you're down to 7 games, and you know you're supposed to be out here.
I'm surprised he drew back quite so much because he didn't have to. He could have been a little bit straighter on this. With this angle, I almost prefer just rolling in and tapping the 8.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Roll forward here. Yeah. And again, got a little bit of an angle, but should have no problem here. We're making up problems at this point, so.
Yeah, and you just got to bear down and make this ball.
Oh no.
What did I just say?
Well, I mean, he got a little bit fortunate here. I think he's got it close enough to the rail that it kind of messes with the 11. So he may not have sold the farm, but he's not feeling good about not finishing there.
Yeah.
You could just see how tentative he was playing that rack. I mean, Definitely not.
Well, and
looking-
I'm sure when he played that kiss on the 8, he was playing a more fuller kiss. So he gave himself a little bit more angle. I don't know if that stripe was getting in the way of his bridging at all, or making him elevate his cue a little bit.
You get aggressive if you're cap here. You could play. I mean, you could definitely
Wow.
bank this ball, right?
The only reason I say yes is because you don't have. What's your safety option? I mean, you could try and
Roll
sneak.
up on the 11.
Yeah, that's easy to miss. Yeah, you
Yeah,
could. And that's
what he's doing.
That's a very negative. Why he's hitting the 12?
Yeah, right. So he's going to roll up on the 11 here with the cue ball. So off the 12. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. Why not just play right into the 11?
Well, because then you're moving the 11. Here you hit the 13 to the rail. You don't have to hit the rail.
Yeah. And both those safety options are awkward and tricky and can both sell out if you hit them wrong. So he's saying, no, let's just bang this 15 in, go round the angle. He may get on the 11 in the other pocket. Or make the 2.
And come around too far.
Yeah.
And have to shoot the same shot he was about to shoot.
He would have been happy if he'd kissed either of those 2 balls down there.
So now it's either again. So now it's tougher to
Wow.
hit the safety from this angle. So now you got to make this ball.
Yeah,
I think.
you bank it and kiss the 11, right?
Yeah. Yep.
In the chat over there, they're having a separate conversation.
I'm sorry if I'm missing actual conversation because we just have it's like a soap opera. over
Well, we
there
never
for
get a
crying
chance
out
to
loud.
talk. It was fine, nice that we
Yeah.
got this chance to communicate.
Right.
Ooh, what's he doing?
I have no idea what he's doing.
He's aiming
here.
at the 11.
We're gonna find out.
4 rails. Past the 2 wall.
Are you kidding me? Well, that would have been worth
Wow.
it. Worth the price of admission right there.
And the only reason that might not have been quite as crazy is because you could have ended up making the 2, or even...
Yeah, he brought it down table. Right?
Yeah, and he did hook him, but one thinks that Gray does have a shot here, rail first.
Faith
Spin
Eichmann
it.
says, "Good luck, Cap." My God, a real conversation.
That would have been an incredible shot. He 4 rails around. But he didn't really play good position on his last stripe. 'Cause
Gotta
I
hit
think
this
he
light.
I think he wanted to make sure he didn't leave the 8 ball on in case he made the 2.
That was well struck.
Yeah, hit that really well.
It's easy to come down table too far off that shot
All
if
right.
you hit it a little thin. So
Comeback
here it is,
time.
trying to
Comeback time.
wiped its feet on
Yeah.
its way in.
That's what I noticed some of the earlier matches in the European Open that I was watching. Those pockets were just sucking the balls in. They brushed the side rail and they were going in.
Who's in charge of that? I mean, they're
Well,
making moves to try and standardize
I know, they've
everything,
talked all
which
about it,
is-
haven't they? But they also said they haven't achieved it because in different tournaments they've got different pool tables.
Well, I mean,
And-
it's ridiculous though that we don't have a standard across the board for
Pocket size.
professional tables.
And the fact that it's new cloth apparently makes a big deal and they slide in, Mason was telling me.
Yeah, it's a huge difference. I mean, when you play on a table with new cloth, especially Simonis, I mean, it's way
And
different.
then 2 or 3 days into the tournament, they're different.
Right. Right. Mark S. says, "Gray, the comeback kid." I can guarantee there's no quitting him, so he's going to give it an effort one way or another. He's got to get a little better break than that, I think. Some of this kind of got in trouble.
Well, he's looking at cutting the 15 in. And I'd say you have to be careful you don't make the 8 on this shot.
If he does make that and he comes out of there okay and gets on the 14, which is where I think he'd want to be.
And all of a sudden stripes looks good. But where is the 8 ball going to end up?
I think you're hitting it thick enough that you're okay.
I don't fault that shot choice because I don't see anything much better. I mean, you got shots on solids, and solids don't look that great.
There's a unique argument. That's the art of pool. Play on different tables, different surfaces, just like golf and tennis. Never make it easy.
Golf, it's not consistent, is it? Every hole's different.
Yeah. On tennis, too, you've got clay courts, you've got grass courts, you've got all the different types of...
That's right. Big difference in the grass courts where you can serve and volley, so by the time the ball comes back, you're already up at the net. Apparently that just doesn't work on the harder
there
courts.
is an argument to that, too, because I've always stated the fact that I think it's important... Like, what I considered a great player back when we would play on all the crummy tables was the guy who could adapt.
Right.
You know, the guy that played great no matter if we were playing on a perfect table or we were playing on a junk table.
Quickly get a feel of the speed in a new location.
No problem with the 8 except for getting in his way for the 14 on the next shot.
So he does have a way to save this if he can bank this 10 ball in. And that may allow him to get on the 14 and carry on.
I don't know. I think he's coming in the wrong... Well,
it doesn't look like he's aiming for the bank.
Yeah, he might be playing safe, just trying to play up by the 14 ball. He did. Got a little further than you would have liked.
But solids are awkward too.
Yeah, they're all kind of a mess, honestly. There's quite a few things that have to be worked out no matter which one you are. First time in a while, I think. Holy cow, Rich. Not you, too.
It's tough to come up with a positive plan here.
Offensive. I mean, honestly, like a stop shot freezing him up on the 14 ball, backside of the 14 is not a bad shot either. You know, like just kind of a little stop shot. The problem is getting the ball to a rail.
Yeah, and you don't, because of the 1 and the 3, all right, actually once you move the 4, and even right now, the 3 does go in that other corner, if you get on it. You've got to be careful you don't just sell out here.
Yeah.
That's quite clever, isn't it?
Yeah, I think you're going to see off the 14 backside of the 8 ball here.
I mean, he could cut the 14 in and just get out. If he makes this shot, he's got a wide open table. Not an easy shot, but it's there.
Yeah, I like the safety way better here. I mean, you got a pretty big 8 ball sitting in path right here.
Yeah, and if you do play the safety well, the only problem with that is the 6 ball's up there, and so in order not to leave a shot on the 6 ball, you've got to make sure you don't leave Cap a shot here. And if you do leave Cap a shot,
well, yep,
he's out. If you don't leave Cap a shot, then Cap would be in trouble because the stripes are all open.
Yeah, he didn't get far enough down. He definitely left off
tough.
The 6 here.
The speed had to be just right. If you overhit that, you'd bump the 8 and still give him a shot. Still needs a very good out here, though. Cap's got a shot on the 6, but he's got to find a way to get position on the 3 ball or the 1 ball.
It's off the 2. So 6
So,
to
yeah,
the
you need
4 to the 2 in the corner.
Need a nice
oh,
angle
no.
on the 2 ball.
Oh, he's lucky he didn't make that ball. He was
He's all right, yeah.
okay now. But the 3 goes in the same pocket as you're going to shoot the 2 ball here. He's going to just kind of spin this off the rails so he can get to the right side of the 2 ball up table here.
All right. Seems like a viable plan.
Even if you're in the middle of the table, just a little bit off, you know.
Just make sure you don't get on the wrong side of this shot. So you're saying shoot the 2 ball into the long corner, the corner closest to the 14.
Yeah, over there in the right upper right corner.
And you have to be
Just like that.
Oh yeah, he's perfect.
Yeah, perfect angle. He's just going to slide over for the 3 in the same pocket.
Yeah, holding that angle on the 2 ball was essential there. And he did that nicely.
Cap has really stayed in control of his game this entire time. I think that's reflected in the score. I mean, he really has played good position, good patterns this whole match.
Yeah, he's nicely on the 3 one once suggests there. Stun over and play the 1 in the other corner. Gray would like to have that safety shot back. And given it again, he may go for the offensive cut on the 14 instead.
Cap putting down another one, getting to 12 games. He's only 3 games away from stealing the crown from Mr. Siech.
And taking his first
ever win on King of the Hill if he does so. Never know, maybe the pressure's going to make him crumble.
I doubt it.
All it'll take at this point is 8, 9 misses.
Yeah. Yeah. I think Gray's hope here is that the breakdown doesn't open up for a nice table run.
And Cap's had what did he do there? 3 in a row?
He had 3 in a row, yeah, which really accelerated his lead, and all of a sudden it looked like a one-sided match.
Yeah, and it really wasn't up to that point, you know. Gray's had a couple of misses that are uncharacteristic. You know, I find it interesting. Taylor mentioned before he had calm shoes. You know, most guys when they're down like this, you'd just be watching their foot just rocking away there in the chair. But
okay.
It's just nice and calm yet.
Foot body language. We're becoming experts in the feet is all you can see where he's sitting there in the chair. Oh, he's tapping it. I don't know. He's got a little bit of a shake on the foot. He's wishing. Well, of course, when he looks at this table. Yeah, exactly. That's when his feet started moving.
Got to be solids, but where's your start?
Stripes.
No, I don't like stripes.
You mean stripes, right?
No.
11. Kiss the 14.
I don't know if he's getting open, actually, for solids anyways. So I see what you're saying. Yeah, or kiss the 7 out. Either one. All right, fine. I'll go stripes with you. 11 ball start. I like it. And
worked out good.
I don't know if it did it? What does he have? 15 maybe. I don't even think he's got that, honestly. I think he just put himself in about the only spot he wasn't going to get a shot out of.
Yeah, isn't that amazing? You wouldn't think you could sit right in the middle of the table and then not have a shot.
We got a lot of viewers out there. Why don't you shout out, tell us where you're from? Oh, see, that's funny. So Grandpa Jim said rooting from Nashville, so we got some viewers from down south. I'm sure there's a few others, so make sure you shout out. Let us know where you guys are watching from.
The music capital of the country.
Nashville, Tennessee. I think it's country music, isn't it?
Well, a little bit of everything, I think. There's a lot of musicians in Nashville. I'm not quite sure why.
Place to be. Well, Cap taking a good hard look at this, even though it's pretty open. Oh, I'm sorry. Nope. He's going to have to jump. What am I thinking? Pretty open. He already shot. He's got stripes. He hooked himself.
Playing the 15.
Wausau, Wisconsin, home with the next Mad Apple. Wausau, Wisconsin, Sean Leslie. Boy, we're on fire in
there's
Wausau.
a big pool hall up in Warsaw.
Yeah, they're putting one in.
To be announced.
Gonna be these soon. Tables actually.
Yep.
Oh, well, Cap almost got it. He got it over the ball, but didn't quite cut it enough.
That's what Gray needed.
Could be it. Shout out to Gray from Colorado. Oh, Mr. Keating. Oh, hey, I got to talk to you, by the way. So I'll message you a little bit later. Said he's back up in God's country, which is Michigan. And Tyler Westhouse, Fairwater, which I found out is about an hour and a half from here. Gray banking that ball in quite fine. But it went down. But that's just kind of, he just doesn't look solid right now, you know. And he looked really solid earlier. He's shooting the ball good. I'm surprised that he's struggling a little bit that we're seeing. Tom says he's listening to the stream while driving up north. Thanks for that.
Sorry, a little bit awkward, isn't it? Figuring out which order to play them and how to get on the 6 nicely.
I kind of like playing the 4 here, coming to the 5, then the 6, then the 1. 6 is going to...
And this one ball, he's going to be playing a kiss on the stripe.
Yeah, I don't like that, but he made it work. Another touchy little shot here. This is the stuff where you can tell when a guy's hitting the ball confident or not. You just start getting that little bit out of line so that each shot, it's makeable. Oh, see, I learned wrong. Tyler says it's only an hour. Randy Weeby says he's from Tomahawk.
Now, does the 6 ball go past the 14 into the other corner?
I think it goes both ways. I think it goes past the 5, and I think it goes past the 14.
Yeah. The overhead shot makes it look close, but the other view, it seems to go easy. It's weird that, isn't it? You can't tell.
It's just still a funny angle. I mean, it's not the shot you're vying for here.
He's not going to hold it. He's got to go to the rail. Ooh.
Yeah, see, that's a problem. Big problem now.
Now, I don't believe he wanted to do that.
I would agree. Joe's hour and a half. How to download video YouTube. It'll be there forever, so you can just go to our YouTube page and you can watch it whenever you like. In fact, there's a whole bunch of Grays matches from past, so you can go back and watch all of them. Rice Lake, Wisconsin. Why do they call it Rice Lake? Do you think they actually grew rice in that lake?
Should we find out?
Well, I'm sure the guy from Rice Lake should know.
You know why they call it Nashville?
No.
Named after Francis Nash.
Is it?
Yeah, and Ville, of course, means village. Or town of, or something like that. Ville.
Rosholt. Where's Rosholt? Skibbo, where's Rosholt?
Wisconsin.
Well, yeah, I got that part. What's going on, John? Good to see you. Grandpa Jim, you're very welcome. That's for anybody. You can go back and check out all of the Mad Apple Xstream videos, plus a whole bunch from the OS. So, and highlight reels. There's highlight reels from each week, and we actually download the full HD version every week. Chris G does that for us, and along with a whole bunch of other stuff, but worth mentioning. Gray going to be trying to sneak him here against the 10 ball, I think.
Yeah, he's in a tough spot here, isn't it? Very difficult for Solis to come up with a safety here, and You almost think he's got to kick the 5 in the side pocket to have any chance.
Oh, there he is. Cue ball control sometimes. One of my.
There we are.
Oh, look at that shot. Didn't come out quite the way he wanted, but good effort.
Yeah, I didn't see any constructive safety there.
All right, so we got Western Canada for cue ball control sometimes, and then Scott Balding actually answered and said, yes, they grew rice before they put the dam in.
Right, I just read that.
Oh.
They put it on the site of the dam, yeah.
Okay.
It was an Indian village before they took over and built a dam on it.
Oh, I see. So the Indians grew the rice there.
Right.
Or, I'm sorry, Native Americans grew the rice there. Indians are from India. Just saying. Dubuque. What's going on in Dubuque? I hear you do good lunch meat there. Right, Dubuque? Or is that... Oh, no, that's DeKalb for corn. I'm not sure what happened there. Is that a good hit?
It was a good hit.
Okay. Rush Holtz is near point.
Point.
Nerf.
I wonder how many other people out there remember what that means.
I don't know.
Point. No.
I surely do. It's one of the funniest things ever, I thought. Go Jay, Sherry Erbrecht,
Cartoon
Cap's mom.
from when our kids were young.
Man, what is with you people and the funny spelled names? Just saying. That one's not near as bad as Kasprzycki. What was that? I gotta go. So they're trying to pick up a diamond table and slam it down to the table. Could you go out there? Oh, good. Fong's over there. Jeez.
Yeah, that's a terrible idea.
That's why we can never have nice things. Cap just handling this. Iron Munchausen said watching from Iron Mountain, Michigan.
Munchausen, that's an awesome name. Do you ever see that movie, Baron von Munchausen, The Adventures of?
No.
Love that movie.
I'm sure so does Irene.
Oh, okay.
Cap taking that down like nothing, so 13 games, 2 games away.
We stand corrected. It was a rice field that was natural rice, not necessarily farmed or grown. And then they built a dam on it, so it was a rice lake.
Okay. Well, I mean, can we take a vote? Some people might want the rice back. Lake, rice, what should... I mean, I don't know what you choose. Yeah, the problem... So, for those of you out there, I know everybody listening kind of knows not to pick up a pool table, but diamonds are literally the worst table that you can do that to. You really have a potential to break the legs very easily.
Yeah, if the ball's stuck in there, call someone.
Yeah.
And, of course, that particular diamond is not one that we own, is it? That's the ADI. Coin-operated table, which we have here at the Mad Apple so that we can play on the traveling ADI pool leagues that get you qualified for WAMO.
Thank goodness they don't pick ours up and drop them.
No, we have to pick them up all the time, don't we, though? In fact, that reminds me. We have to move all those tables out tonight from the back room. There's an event going on tomorrow.
And by we, I know you're talking about you and Fong.
Me, yeah. Me and anyone I can get.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then we got to vacuum all the pool tables first thing in the morning before the big Banks pool tournament. Which means somebody has to wake up early. And by somebody, yes, I mean me.
Yeah, I have to... My wife is testing up in Green Bay in the morning, so I'm taking her there first thing in the morning, and then I got to come back here and help get things rolling.
Who's running the Banks tournament? Is that you?
Adam Starkle.
Oh. Mr. Star Twinkle himself. So Cap's looking at this combination. Just trying to figure out how the balls are going to lie afterwards.
It's kind of a good angle because he can kind of slide in between the 14 and go over by the 6 a little bit. Not too. Well, he stopped it. I didn't know it was that straight. I thought he had to cut it more. So even better.
Yeah, you've got to be very careful you don't tie up balls if you can pick them off. And the 9 goes in the side. And the 14 also goes in that same side. And I'm talking about the side pocket closest to the camera here. So he may just gently roll forward and get himself on the 14. Doesn't want to be frozen on the 6 like that, because that takes away a lot of his opportunity to control the cue ball. He's now got to look for some kind of gentle roll shot, but I don't know if you can, because you need to hit it hard enough for the 14 to get to the pocket, and the cue ball's drifting into blackout territory.
So the question was asked by Rodney Coed: does Rice Lake still have a pool hall? Cool name. Where did it move to? Jeez. Also, it just disappeared. Oh, there we go. Had a cool name, don't remember it. And the answer from Scott Belding was yes, Southgate Pool Hall, and status is Crowbar. So I think it's the Crowbar now.
Oh. So he's choosing the 9 ball now instead, into the long corner.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
All right, Gray getting an opportunity here to try and get a game back. I want to see him just start firing here because I feel like he just hasn't gotten a rhythm going.
Yeah, can we have a look at the overhead? If he's got a nice little angle to roll this 7 ball in the side and tap the 2 or the 9, and he can have a nice looking table after that. That's what he's looking at, isn't it?
You're getting played, billet spin.
Well, it looks like he's going to dig down. Nope, change of mind.
Roll up
rolling.
into the 9 here, yeah. Well, not into the 9. Just rolling up in general.
What does the overhead view look like, Kendall?
Yeah, he's going to go to the 1 to the 4 here. Let's go to the overhead for you. I think he's going to play the 1 to the 4. I did make a sense of that comment, Tom, so it's up to Rodney to go ahead and do that.
That looks good.
And thank you for that, by the way. Yeah, no, I missed it. Where did he play the 4? Up in the corner?
Down in this.
Yeah, down here.
Yeah.
Yep, that's where I thought he was going. The answer to that is not that I know of.
So Z banking across the table.
What are you talking about, Z-Bank? Oh, with the cue ball.
Yeah.
He's going to hope for a hole here. Nope. Definitely going to see the short cue come out here.
Well, that's a shame for the people hoping for a great comeback there.
Well, he can make this ball.
Yeah.
I mean,
Be a great recovery. He's not yet gone to get his jump cue.
We're going to jump off the rail or just kick off the
Kick
rail?
right off the rail, yeah. Probably draw it a little bit.
Well, he's spinning the other one. I got my finger over the replay button. Because if he makes this, you're going to want to see it again.
Yep. So there you go. It's called the kick shot. It's kind of like the natural kick shot here. The 15 might be a little bit in the way, but so you play it a little bit longer and draw it. So yeah, he's digging down on the cue ball there. So it's going to bend off the rail.
Slow here, not too.
Oh, what a
my
shot.
Goodness.
Did you get that replay? Brilliant. Brilliant shot.
I might have got it too quick. All right, we're going to go back and check that out again because that was incredible.
What a great shot that was. And just watch how the
shot
ball
of the match, really.
bends after it comes off the rail, draws back.
If that doesn't get him fired up, I don't know what will. So great shot, good control. Really looked nice.
Yeah, what a fantastic shot. Shot of the match so far. There may be a lot of this match left. His opponent is not on the hill.
Proud boy, where's the action? The action slowed down tonight because Cap has really gotten out ahead of this one, and Gray is fighting back with that shot. Great break.
Yeah, balls flying
Keeps
everywhere.
cue ball out.
Balls flying into pockets. How's your luck?
Well,
It'd be
depends on this 1-9 here, I
He
think.
could really have liked a nice, easy one, wouldn't he? But not that any rack is easy, but it always seems to be a problem, doesn't there?
Yeah, I mean, that's a heck of a back cut to make that combination, get that out of the way right away. If he does, and he does make this shot, it definitely is going to open things up for him.
Yeah, and you kind of almost have to go for it. The other option would be shoot the 13, and it's very difficult to break the 9 ball out unless you get absolutely perfect on the 12, but I don't really like that. The 14 ball's hanging over the side pocket in a way that could be used as a break shot, and the 10 ball is too.
Yeah, the 5's here for a break if he would take solids, but I think
So
he's
he's
going stripes here.
Well, I'm thinking the 14 right now.
Hey, what's going on, Al Jordan? Appreciate it if you guys are out there liking and sharing. Make sure you guys are still doing that. We definitely need that type of support, so thank you for that. See if I can flag down my server here this time. Last time I couldn't get him. Mountain Dew and put it in order and that's what I show. You can tell him.
An order of what?
There we go. All right, back to the match. He's going to try and break this 9 here. Can try and keep
10 ball.
Yeah. Didn't come out great. He's got an opportunity here. That combination is lined up. He'd have to play the kick carom or play safety right here. I don't mind the safety either. Just kind of curl off the 9 and come back onto it. Just like that. That was well hit.
Yeah, and in a way, it's a shame he put the 1 on the pink 12 because it means that Cap doesn't necessarily sell out as long as he gets a good hit here.
Tyler, I agree. Jason has been playing solid patterns. All night long. There was only, I think, one shot that I disagreed with that he shot. Everything else, he's either had a better plan than what I was seeing or played perfect.
Yeah, and he reads them quickly.
There's a share. Thank you, Faith. So Eichmann doing what we need. Joseph Marwitz says Tyler should play in the bank tournament. He was banking like a boss today. He always does. Scary when he's really playing.
Well, it's interesting that shot. He obviously got a good hit.
Yeah,
He was
not
going
gonna
for a
like
kick
this,
on
though.
the 6 ball, but he has given Gray a chance here. That's one that has to be hit just right. So we'll see how Gray's feeling.
I kind of like coming off the rail, hitting the backside of the 1 and heading back up table for the 11 here, you know?
Yeah. And you may have a shot on the 11.
Well, he's looking at playing position to shoot the 12 in the corner.
Oh, wow. Just roll forward, a gentle tap on the 5 and leave it right there.
Yep.
That's not bad.
Bill Hedgewald, thank you for the like.
If this works out, you'll have to say it's a very viable option. Gentle little kiss on the 5.
It's pretty darn good. Maybe a little further than he would have liked, but he's got a nice shot to the side here. It's a little tight, but not the worst idea.
He's got to get the cue ball down table, doesn't he? So I think the even though he's brushing off the 1, I think he's just got to play this in the corner and follow.
Taylor, I can answer that for you. Australia.
Oh, whatever. Don't know what the question is. I'm assuming.
You didn't even read it? You knew?
I know what you always say that.
Yeah.
Geographically, it's as far away as you could get from Australia and stay on the planet.
Great shot there by Gray, getting
Yeah.
himself forward past the side pocket for the 11. Africa, fine.
That's right. I'm from Boston.
Gray saying he's not done with the fight yet. Yep. Plenty of time for him to come back. That 8 ball could have been the catalyst.
He's still playing aggressive. He's got nothing to lose here. He's going at it. That was a nice out. He picked that off well.
7 games to 13. He's only 6 back. He was as far as, 8 behind. So taking off the last 2.
Now, if he runs a 3-pack, it's not gonna. You're really gonna start believing that the comeback could happen.
He's got to get his break working. You know, if he can get a good break going here, it definitely could make a big difference. Made one.
There you go.
And they're pretty open.
Open-ish.
Well, pretty open. Right?
Yeah. Relatively open.
Solids more so than stripes, in my opinion. So you can work around all these up here. 5 to the 4 to that 3. 2 ball goes past the 14, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, I don't know about that. 2 will go past the 6.
So he's going to shoot the 6 right now.
I'm sure you have to really focus on just a make. Narrow angle into the side pocket.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Proud boy says kangaroo country. Nope. See, they think you're from Australia.
Yeah.
Perfect.
From a little place called England.
What's the actual name of the? Is it a village?
My village was called. It's Wiveliscombe
Wiveliscombe.
in the southwest.
Google Maps. You can just zoom right in,
Yeah.
take a look around.
Go see my parents' house.
Right, castle. Right.
Not really. It was built before Columbus discovered America, though. It's a big stone house.
Yeah.
field stones. They're not masoned. They're just at random shapes, like a big jigsaw puzzle.
All right. Well, Cap taking a look at what he's been left after Gray missing that 6 ball on the side. Still got an open table, so he can choose. He looks like he's going to play stripes to me, and I just don't like stripes.
Well, he just came down and eyeballed that angle on the pink 4, so that suggests he's thinking about, at least, or checking, rolling the 5 ball in and getting on the 4. No, he's digging down. Yeah, just went into him.
1 ball down table is going to save him here.
Yeah, you could shoot the 1 ball.
Yeah, the 2 is what we're still talking about.
Yeah.
Grandpa Jen said, I'm confused. Is MH from China?
That's right.
That was
So
a
yeah.
good shot.
Yeah, perfect. He's found his window on the 3 ball, and he can use the 3 and the 4 to get on the 2 into the long pocket all the way up. So he doesn't have to break anything out or nudge anything if he can get pretty straight on the 4 after he shoots this 3.
Yeah, and if anything, you want that outside angle again so that you can get to the rail.
Sure. And you have
And
more,
roll
more
up.
control options, yeah.
Yeah, because you can come off the rail, get a little distance between you and the rail.
It'll still be a really good out if he makes it, because even shooting the 2, he then has to get on the 6 from there.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, he drifted out of line there. So he's going to be resorting to a safety of some sort here.
But the safety isn't safe.
Yeah, it's
Gray's
right.
stripes are wide open. And so, yeah, he was trying to tie up the 13, which he has partially made.
still
at
not an
least-
easy shot here on the 14. I mean, it's
Or
not like
the
it's a-
15.
Oh, I didn't see the 15.
But maybe the 14.
15's easier, but I think you can. I don't know.
Yeah, and if you leave the 14 there, you may use that to do something with the 13.
Well, especially if it is blocking the 2, like you
And-
think.
Yeah, all you have to do to carry on here is roll this 15 in, and you've got shots. Many shots.
It's another good opportunity here for Gray. I mean, we realize he's down 6 games, but every one of these count, and every one of them is a ding against Cap. Especially not being able to pull out a win as of yet. That stuff all crosses your mind as things start to go maybe not as good as they were.
Yeah. He's kind of in between two shots here. Thinking about trying to get on the 13. I don't know if he's got a little bit too much angle on the 11 or not, or whether he can just drift that in and stay there. I think it's just a little bit too much angle. And the pink 12 doesn't look that good, so he's going to try and get a slightly different angle here. Yeah, okay, that was a good shot. So now he's nice and straight-ish on the pink 12.
See, I don't... Yeah, you like that, huh?
Well, I think he's going to
follow. Like that's what he's doing.
He's got a little bit of angle, so I think he's going to follow forward and back out. Okay, so he's going to take one of these. He's actually just using.
I like that better. Oh boy.
Just going to pick these balls off first.
This is a bad pattern at this point. This is really struggling.
Yeah,
really.
I think it's just got awkward because now drawing back, he's going to nudge this too. Maybe consider hitting it really hard and just punching the two. I'm talking about, of course, shooting the 14 in.
I think you just got to give this a big old follow. He's drawing it.
Yeah, rearrange the balls a little bit.
I think he got just enough to get away with that.
I don't know.
Yeah, he got it.
Okay. Yeah, he's lining up the 15 the 11 up the rail, so that tells me he does have the 12.
I think I like setting for the 13 in the other corner, and then coming across for the 11 to finish off. So 11 being the last ball the 15 being the last ball that you shoot.
From the overhead view there, it looks like he's very close to... The 8 ball kind of looks in the way a little bit. But obviously he's shooting at it, so he must have it. Yeah, he did spin, put a lot of right-hand spin on it just to help hold it, throw it a little bit, get around the 8. Not a terrible angle that he's got here on the 11. He's considering the 13. But now he's gone back.
Is that the 11 or is that the 15? It's the 11, huh?
The 11, yeah. Yeah, it looks on the overhead you can see how red it is. On the other one it doesn't, but... So he's just going to stun across and just clear past the 8 ball to get a view of the 13. Perfect.
Just right, yeah.
Nice little run. He's got some momentum. Got himself perfect now on the 8. And I'm going to guess he's going to make this ball.
I'll tell you what, don't go home yet, folks. This might get interesting at this pace.
So we've got a 13-8 match, and that doesn't sound quite so bad. Cap is still not on the hill. Gray's shooting good, still staying aggressive. He hasn't changed his game plan. He hasn't changed his attitude. And it is easy in this game, isn't it, when the scores change and you're way behind or...
Calm tennis shoes, yep. So let's take a look. Players are going to take a little bathroom break here, so let's take a look at some of their interesting facts. What do we got on Cap? We've listened to Gray quite a bit, so let's see what Cap's got for us.
So... I know we have mentioned quite a fair bit of this. Kamui medium is what he's using as a tip, which has a lot of players, if anybody plays with it, knows that's a pretty hard tip.
Blackout break cue, which he had working really good for him.
Yep, Jacoby blackout. How do you feel about jump cues? Dislike. How do you feel about template racks? Dislike. Favorite table size? 7 foot. Brand of pool table that Cap typically plays on? Valley.
Yeah, Valley, yep.
Favorite game? 8 ball. Here's an interesting one. What started your interest in pool? Answer, not sure.
It's like the movie Idiocracy. Not sure.
How old were you started playing pool? 9 years old, but competitively 20 years old.
So
What is your
11 years of non-commitment, that's what I see.
Yeah, it's just a fun little game every now and again. What is your practice schedule like, and what things do you like to work on? When I started, it was 6 to 8 hours a day, 6 days a week. Well, that's how he's so good. Now probably just 2 to 3 days a week.
And the rest of the time drinking beer?
Never in the summer. Have you ever taken lessons? No, but always wanted to. Well, you should come down and see Rodney Morris. We'll be here.
Except for he's all booked up.
Yeah, well. What mental tools do you use under pressure? Here it is, folks. You ready for this? One shot at a time. It's just pool. And it is important.
Yeah.
It is important to play like it doesn't matter too much. Play like you don't care. You know, an aggressive player is not playing like, oh my God, I've got to.
Right.
You know,
it is just a game. And I mean that as seriously as I can.
Yeah. Who is your favorite pro pool player? Earl Strickland.
Yeah, it's interesting. Both these guys like Earl. I mean, obviously, Gray also listed his father, Mark.
Yeah. Here's an interesting one. Do you have any specific reward for yourself after a good performance? Answer, not really.
Nice. Very good, yeah.
Uh-huh. Hope you folks
taking notes
out there.
Amazing how many people are very similar there.
All right. Well, we're saved from this by the players getting back.
All right, perfect. Here comes Gray to break and try to continue his... Don't call it a comeback. Comeback. He's got the rally cap on. Another good break. Real good break this time. Probably don't even have to go to the overview to tell you there's no problems here.
Wow, yeah, they opened up really nicely.
You're going to see a pretty aggressive run here. You
get rid of the 3 ball right away and
yeah, definitely solids based on the 11 ball, right?
Last ball. What's your last ball? Get on the 8 ball.
Probably the 2 or the 4.
Could be the 2. The 2's not that bad, is it?
No, either one of those.
You
kind of
have to use the 4 to get on the 2, probably. But as long as you don't get straight, you don't want to get straight on the 2 ball.
Well, I tell you, he's lucky to get on the 1 there. He almost got in trouble.
Sometimes when you have a wide open table and everything looks easy, you don't pick a specific exact shot. And that may be what happened there, where he just ran into those balls. It's tough to imagine you're not going to get a shot, but if you don't plan it, you're not guaranteed it.
Well, look at that one earlier with Cap with all the stripes. He got in the one spot where he couldn't get at anything, you know. He gave up the game.
So I would play a thin cut on the 6 ball just to get it out of there. But this works as long as he controls this angle that this cue ball comes off the rail at. Don't want to accidentally bump the 6. You just want to drift past it, because you want to shoot the 6 ball next after the 7. I mean, you shoot the 7 now and get on the 6, because if you're forced into playing it in a
I almost like what he's looking at there. He's looking at spinning inside there. So instead of trying to come to the outside of the 6, he's going to try and play into the second rail and around the 6.
Fraught with danger. Don't hit it.
He did play straight up.
Well, okay, he's still on the 6, but he's not straight on it, which means now
2 balls coming next.
Ooh. Maybe.
I don't like trying to hold this. I like drawing up in between that 14 and 9, setting for the 2, and then coming back up table for the 4.
If he thinks he can hit this soft enough not to hook himself behind the 10.
Dave O'Keefe, thanks for the like.
It's a lot of E's and F's in that name, isn't it? Double E, double F, E. Irish name. Yeah, so he's now thinking about your shot, Kendall. He's looking at the line to go back down table.
I just think it's too much of a risk. He's just a little too much of an angle to be sure you're going to...
It's actually tough to get the right angle, because that window, he wants to come right down where his hand is.
Yeah.
Oh, and he's...
Greg Russ,
he's hit that perfect.
Yep. Almost too good. He's almost too straight on this.
Yeah, I'd be really happy with that. He can just follow this and get on the 4 nicely in the long pocket. But yeah, he's looking at his window there. He's going to end up with a cut on the 8 ball. So he's just going to follow forward here. He doesn't want to be exactly straight, but not far from straight. And if he is straight, well, the problem here is you may not be able to just roll this in soft enough. If you just roll this ball in, the 4 ball has to make it to the pocket. If you've got to hit it hard enough for the 4 to get there.
He's got to hold it.
And the cue ball runs, yeah.
Just the other side of the 9 ball. He may go that high, but
so that's exactly why he's thinking about. Well, what if I run past the 10? Now there is a shot here. Stun run through. He could pop this 4 ball in and just go forward a few inches. Just a little.
Just don't catch the rail.
Just a little bit lower than a rolling shot. You don't want it to completely roll, but it just turns over a little bit more than a stun. But now he's looking at just giving a little bit more and just rolling it.
Just got to get past the 10.
Which side of the 10 is he planning on?
He's playing the far side, I think. No, he played the short. Oh, you better hope your table rolls straight.
I'm so glad that ball went in.
Yeah, you aren't kidding. That would have been all on you, Mad Apple Pro Shop, run by MH Penglaze.
Looked like it turned a little bit, didn't it?
What? No.
Now, even though these are one-piece slates, the slates aren't guaranteed.
Oh, no. I was not expecting that at all after everything. And Cap getting back to the table with a really nice-looking chance to get to the hill now.
Oh, that's a real buzzkill for the Gray fans out there.
Really shouldn't be any pressure on Cap other than the fact that he hasn't been to the table for a little while here, and he's, again, He's okay. He does have the 9. Boy, okay. I thought he froze himself in the only spot he didn't have a shot.
Yeah, Gray did a lot of work to get himself a shot on that 8 ball. It doesn't mean the 8 ball's guaranteed to go in. You still got to aim it and shoot it. That's a real shame because he'd worked very hard to get to that spot. I'm just going to sneak this ball past the other one. No problem.
Uh-oh.
Well, speaking of freezing up on balls.
Uh-oh.
Where's that
definitely
guy?
Made it interesting. I mean, he should still make this ball in theory.
Yeah.
And if he rattles it, he's going to hook the pocket up, but
and
don't have to make this ball, I don't think.
No, it's not a guarantee to go in the hole, and if it is, the cue ball's kind of flying across the table a little bit towards the 10 or above the 10. At least the 10 stops him scratching in that side pocket. Depends if he likes to roll this in with outside English, or if he's more of a plain ball hitter.
Well, he made it look easy.
Yeah, that was a great shot.
This is not necessarily easy either.
Yeah, you
so
don't really
let's see what he does here.
I think you can draw and draw back. Doesn't really have to do much to get position other than make sure he doesn't scratch.
It's easy to accidentally undercut this ball because you're a little worried about it. Push it right into the point.
Yeah, you hit it thicker because it makes it drawing easier.
Oh, he's looking at the corner.
Oh, I was thinking of the corner, yeah, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
And I think you draw.
L. Jordan, when he left himself that last one, said not good. And then now after that last shot, good.
Because the natural position, it really does just want to, if you shoot this in the corner, it just does want to scratch, doesn't it? And I don't think, judging from the overhead view, that he can roll it forward. And the draw shot's actually not as easy as it seems, because you do have quite a fair angle on this 10 ball. The cue ball's going to have a lot of stun speed. And not much time for any spin to do anything. But he's going low, so he's going to draw this.
Oh,
Yeah, just perfect.
beautiful. My goodness, that was a great shot.
Just got to the point. And that puts him on the hill.
Let's take a look at that again. Sets up perfectly for the 8-ball in the corner. Oop.
Can you do that? Can you get a replay now from a different angle?
No.
Oh.
No, but we're working on it.
Huh.
It's the next goal. It's a matter of having all of them recording at the same time.
That would be good, wouldn't it? Start watching those shots from a
To be able to go.
of angles.
Yeah, right. To be able to go to an overhead view, maybe on some of them, for the replay.
Well, Cap ran a bunch before. He's breaking now, and he's on the hill.
On the hill, going to 15. I want to thank everybody for joining us here at the Mad Apple Burger and Billiard Company, West College Avenue, Appleton, Wisconsin. We're here live every Friday night for our King of the Hill series on Mad Apple Xstream, our YouTube channel. I want to thank all...
That miss on the 8-ball from Gray might be his last shot.
Could be, because this is a pretty good break here by Cap.
I think we're just going to roll the 12-ball into the side pocket. Or 9-ball in the other side. That actually might be.
You're talking about 12 on the side. Craziness.
Yeah.
12 in the corner, if anything, right?
All right. And actually, the 9 is in the other side. There's no need to play a shot that you can miss like that side pocket shot. I like the 9 in the side better. You just got to think about the order of these so that the 13 has to go into the side pocket.
9, 11, 12.
Yeah, so you want to get the 12 ball out of there before you shoot the 13 into that same pocket. Probably would have liked to have gone a little bit further and got a different angle on this 11. But the 12 does go, of course, into the corner. So we can roll the 11 in and get straight on the 12 in the corner.
I think I try and leave it right tight on the rail so I can slide out for the
Yeah.
13 next, even. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Or alternatively, you could just shoot the 14 right now, unblock that, because that unblocks another pocket for the 13. And just, if he doesn't like this angle, you can use the 14 to do something different. But
Faith, thank you for that.
he's going with my first choice. And you see what I mean, though? If the 14 wasn't there, the 13 now would have a corner pocket.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't think with the 14 sitting where it is, I think you're fine coming back for the 13 in the side. You're not, you know what I mean? You're not really hurting anything.
Yeah, you can use the 14 now to get on it. Yeah, correct.
Well, after this shot, even. I think I would shoot.
Yeah, after this shot. Yeah, shoot the 12.
I think I would shoot the 12, come down here for the 10 to the 15 to the 14 to the 13 to the 8.
Yeah. Yeah, you might as well get these balls out of here. There's no desperation to get on those balls, and that looks like a good pattern. So you're saying this 13 is your last ball? Before
I
the
think,
before
yeah,
the
I think so. Because
long
even
as
a
you
stop shot on
yeah,
the 13, you got
to
to
make sure you get straight on it. Yeah.
Well, right, you just wouldn't want the opposite angle.
And
You
truthfully, the 14's on that line, so yeah, you just use the 14 as your key to get on the 13.
We'd start talking about things we shouldn't do. Combination here, 13, 14. Wrong shot.
Unless you make it. And then no one can say it was wrong. But there's no need to do that.
I don't know.
Why take a risk?
I'm just bored.
Yeah. I mean, if you look down at that combination and think, you know what, it's really not that difficult, and I can hit it soft enough to control the 13, it's not a terrible shot, but there's not really any need to do it, because might as well do what you said, which is take the 10 and then
15 should be in the side pocket after
15.
this shot. Oh, no, he's going way around table and too far. He's not going to like this a
Well,
lot.
that's not good, is it? Because the 15,
No.
the 6 ball's taken away one of your pockets for the 15. That was a bit surprising, wasn't it?
Well, he did say he was going golfing tomorrow, so maybe he's just practicing his scramble a little bit. So 14 to 13, and then he's going to have to draw back and take the 11 past the 1. Or I'm sorry, the 15 past the 1. That's 15.
Wow. That's not really very
That's
good
a
either.
funny little angle here, isn't it? Well, he just threw his arm up. He definitely sees the fact that he's got a little trouble.
Yeah, I mean,
Has he traveled through time to the future? Did you see that? He's got a wristwatch on.
oh yeah.
It's like it's not a smart watch. It's just a regular old-fashioned wristwatch.
Wouldn't that be traveling back in time?
No, traveled here from. Yeah, that's what I said.
Traveled forward from the past.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Well, he's in trouble there. He'd like to go back a little further right now and change his decisions.
The plot thickens. He can win this match with a good bank shot.
Or off the 6. Off the 6, and you're able to roll 2 rails out past the 3. But he's going to try and make it snazzy here and bank this ball, I think. Oh, no, he is looking at this.
Oh, yeah.
All right. See, I don't like drawing this ball, though. I don't think it has as good of a chance to go.
It's like he's
As
trying
if
to
you
get
just flat spin it.
position on the 8 under the 3 on the other side of the 3 ball. But there's no real need to do that.
I like just center ball. I mean, I don't like trying to spin this ball too much. To me, if you draw it, I think it tends to push off and not go in.
And I know you can't really tell if you don't get down and look at the shot, but I don't know why you wouldn't just play a bank and stop shot.
Now you see the shoes moving over there by Gray.
This shot does not have to go in, and unless he hits it harder than you want to, he's not got position on the 8 because the cue ball is going to go to the side rail, and he's got to hit it hard enough to get back out for a shot on the 8, either above or below the 3. So you end up hitting this shot harder than you want.
He hit that pretty darn good. So I think he's going to like this shot, and I think you're going to see this 8 ball go down, and we're going to have a new king.
Look at the overhead view.
Yeah, I think that's very cuttable.
Wow.
Bad roll off the 7 scratch. Off the 7-6 scratch would be a horrible roll.
There it
And
is.
instead he puts it down, so we have a new king.
We do. We want to thank everybody for watching and tuning in. Another King of the Hill match. Tune in, same time, same channel next week.
And don't forget about our courts matches, too. We got the King's Court match on Sundays, so we want to see them out here for that at 11 o'clock. We got our queens starting up.
Yep.
And then our jesters. You should want them to watch because you're actually our reigning knight right now, right?
I wasn't going to forget about them, but yeah, we got 3 matches on Sunday. The queens starts at
11 a.m.
11 a.m.
Yep.
Followed by the jesters at
1:30.
1:30, and then the night's match that I'll be playing in is 4:30, and then again back on.
I'm surprised you know that. I mean, how long did it take you to figure out that this thing is at 7:30?
Well, even though I know it now, I'll probably still forget.
Yeah, right. Well, anyway, so we really want to thank you guys. We want to thank Gray. Gray is always a great competitor and such a pleasure to have around. So always, it's kind of a good thing to see a new king crowned, but it's also bad to see one go because we really enjoy having Gray around. So I'm sure he'll be back. And I want to thank everybody for joining us. I want to make sure I thank you. Always a pleasure to do this.
Thank you for thanking me.
Well, I mean, I love announcing this with you because we've grew up playing pool together forever. So, it's just a nice thing to do. So, I appreciate everybody joining us, and we look forward to seeing you on Sunday, and then we'll see you again next week for our Kings match. Who's coming up? I'm not telling. See you later, guys.